Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. Grab a cold one, maybe a beer. Stay alert in the chat. Giveaway prizes. Heck, maybe we'll give away Uncle Bill's cowboy hat. Jim's his sidekick, wouldn't you know? Uncle Extra Medium in the show. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's all be part of hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe. Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay, a little early there. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you all. Thank you, Artie, for being here. Charles, thank you for being here. And late but never unappreciated. Good day, Dominic. Good to see you.
Hey, Dom.
Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody.
Yeah.
Depending where you are.
All the ships at sea.
Yep.
And everybody in the chat. Welcome in, fellas and ladies.
Every
Are there any
time,
ladies? Do we have any ladies in there?
No, I didn't see Tammy.
No? Let me see. I don't know. I've never met some of these people. They could be ladies in disguise. Hiding behind some masculine name. Who knows nowadays with the way things are?
Exactly. You don't know these days.
Yeah. No, you really don't know. Or do you
Yeah,
probably
like
care?
Mr. B, that could be,
we've met Mr. B.
Oh.
If he's a woman, he's the ugliest woman I've ever met.
Uh,
I'm sorry, Mr. B. That's a little harsh. But you're a handsome man. That's what I meant. You'd just be an ugly woman. So anyway, how you guys feeling tonight? Good to see y'all.
we good.
As always.
Had a great birthday today. Went out and had dinner with
Happy
my
birthday.
sister, my niece, and her husband.
I'm sorry, what? I interrupted you.
Yes,
had a
you
great
did.
Dinner with your sister.
And my niece and her husband
Please,
at
continue.
Texas Roadhouse.
That's it. That's all you. What'd you have?
And I had the
Describe- how was it?
6-ounce sirloin, baked potato,
Mhm.
and applesauce,
6.
and an ice cream for dessert.
Very, very nice. 6-ounce sirloin. Wow. And what'd you have for the main course? Look who you're talking to here. 6-ounce sirloin. Come on.
That's just the right size for me.
I spill it off my fork. All the time. On my, my pants. I could probably survive on my pants afterwards. Just chew on it a little bit. Anyway, that sounds nice. And you went to where? Outback Steakhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
That's kind of a joke.
Close enough.
We were talking about that. Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse. Never been there. Like to check it out sometime. I've heard they're good.
Yeah, you got Longhorn.
We've got a
Steak.
Longhorn like a mile from
Yeah.
a mile and 2 miles from here. Yeah, I'd like to do that. That's good. I like it.
And Cheddar's is another good
Cheddar's?
steak place. Yep. Very similar to Texas Roadhouse.
They can all be good. It depends who runs them. You
Yeah.
can go to one Carrabba's, by the way, which has got nothing to do with steakhouses, but it's a chain. And I used to go to one that it was just really good. Everything was always perfect. The service was always good. The meat always came, if you had meat, it always came out cooked the right way. It was great. And then I went to one that was a much busier one. That's the one that's, should I say where it is? I'll say where it is. It's the one on the other side of Kissimmee, just south of Disney World, on whatever road that is, World something road. Anyway, they're really, really busy, and they're always going to be really, really busy because of where they sit. And it just seems like they're surviving and don't care, because they figure they're not going to see you again anyway. They're just there for vacation or whatever, It just was not. It was like a totally different chain. It was terrible. I shouldn't say terrible. Just was disappointing. That's all. So staff was nice. I'm not going to complain about them, but the food wasn't that good. Anyway, long story short, I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday, Artie.
Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
Got $20 from my sister, which is cool. Yep.
For what? What did you do for $20? Oh, you lived another year. I gave you $20.
Well, yeah, that's true. Thank you.
I could be your sister.
Mika.
But my niece gave me $50.
Your niece loves you more than your sister does.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how that works,
Or she's just richer.
And my
Well, she-
friends I had dinner with on Friday, they gave me $20. So I made
It's
$90
nice.
this weekend.
That's nice. Why are people handing you money?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's nice. I mean, people don't hand me money.
But would say,
Well, they
hey,
do. If they do,
go
and I
to
put
the
them on
Philippines, this will really go far over there.
No, they do, and then I put them on a bowling lane. And ladies and gentlemen, let's head to the stream. Our friend, your friend, my friend, Brett. Otherwise, Lambo drives Zambo. Yay! Where's the
Hello,
big
Brett.
Yay!
Hey, Brett. Oh, now I finally know what his name is. Then St. Lambo. Okay, so Brett.
Hi, Brett.
Hello.
Did you know? How you doing, brother?
Love your cowboy show. Brett
Cowboy
Maverick.
show? Oh, that's actually what it's named after. So, unfortunately,
Named after who?
Brett Maverick.
Yeah.
My name was supposed to be Bartholomew, but my dad's coworker named his kid Bart,
Oh,
and then that was the next name that fell up was Brett from Brett Maverick. Actually,
Okay.
really? They named you after TV show? Were you conceived during a TV show or something? Or
probably.
Okay.
probably,
Well, maybe
more than likely. Where you at? Are you at the rink?
you
tonight?
wore a 6-shooter.
Yep, I'm at the rink.
Cool. That's cool.
Tammy
Just want to make sure I
Jane.
made it in this time since you scolded me last time for watching
Cody.
Tulsa King last week. So
You know, that ended up being, they didn't announce it, but that was the final episode of the season.
yeah,
Well, they didn't announce it. They didn't say it was. It just was. You know,
Whoa,
everybody
what
thought
number is this one? Number 13? Oh,
they're
guess
actually
that might
still
be
have it
the
listed.
last.
You know, tune in every week, and they're showing that there's an episode 10, but there's nothing there.
oh really?
Yeah, but they're coming back though. You know, it's their second most popular show on Paramount Plus. Yeah, and in fact, it had been since the very first week it came out. It was a big hit immediately, and yeah, really, really, really good, funny, and interesting. You know,
different.
yeah,
Yeah, like no print. Little,
Yeah.
yellow, different.
Yeah.
that might be the best work that Sylvester Stallone's ever done. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, his other movies obviously are bigger productions and entertaining in their violent ways and everything, but that one is just you just like the character he plays, you know, even though he's actually a bad guy, really, but he's not. That's hard to walk that line, you know. Like we all think Dominic's a good guy because of how he acts, but he's really a bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. I want to play heel.
He's Australian.
Yeah.
They're all thieves.
Hey, we got Tammy Jean in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey,
Who? Tammy Jean? Didn't she used to come on his channel?
She's got a channel?
Yeah.
No, she used to come on this channel.
Oh, you got a channel?
No, she doesn't want to come on this week because she doesn't want to come on her own. That's what she said the other day. Because Max is going to get a splitter, I think. I'll be corrected, but I think that's what Tammy said on her stream.
Well, Artie, can you do what you usually do?
Some humor? Some
No.
Yeah, let's get some jokes.
Yeah, let's get some jokes here. Oh, hey, what do you call a man with a 3-inch penis? Justin.
Justin, I get it.
My girlfriend used to kiss me on the
Doesn't
lips.
get it. That makes no sense
But
to
now-
me, because I've got a baby arm. But anyway, go ahead.
My girlfriend used to kiss me on the lips, but now it's all over.
I don't want to envision that. So continue.
I bought my wife a vibrator. She's done nothing but moan ever since. I was distraught when my wife told me that for months after her Friday bath, she's made love to our neighbor. At least she came clean. Ooh.
Oh my Avada! Maybe they'll stop him.
There's a new addition to the Kama Sutra called the plumber position. You stay in all day and nobody comes. Ooh. My wife thinks having sex doggy style means making me sit up and beg for it. If a midget, I know this one. If a midget walks up to you and tells you that your hair smells nice, that's sexual harassment.
God. Oh, man.
Yeah. I've been sleeping with my girlfriend and her twin, but luckily I could tell them apart. Her brother has a mustache.
There you go.
All right. Now take it away, Dominic.
Oh, yes, that was painful.
No, actually, Art, what I meant was, why don't you say hi to everybody in the chat?
Oh, yes, okay.
All
right.
Whoever's left after that, you know.
Well, I don't think anybody's still here, are they?
I think they just, yeah. Is it
Tammy
Saturday?
Jean is in the house. No joke book. Trevor Fuss, John Flying Flynn Media, and we got Hanging with JD. Hanging, yeah, that's right. Dominic, Northside Hawk, and Warnick, your show. Charles Goluski and Michael, Mr. B, Outdoor Misadventures, and Curtis Start, and Mark the Text Guy. There we go. Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger. And then we have who else? Tammy G. Oh, Brad Catskill, Brad, Jody Drone Shot, and Steve Mika Steve, and we've got I think that's about. Oh, Mike Night Train.
Maddie, did you
Oh,
say
and
Maddie?
Don Mudball, Creative Gary, Brant Aerials, and some travel stuff guy. And Wayne B, welcome. And Captain Joe America, USA Drone Flyer. And I think I said Gary, Brant Aerials. Welcome. Good to see you. And Laura, little Llama Laura, is in the house. Congratulations.
Just like Gary from Brand Aerial.
Yes.
Yeah, he just did. Just now he did.
You
Did you say hi to Maddie?
I mustn't have heard him then.
Oh, Maddie? Matt. Okay, he must be a late addition. Oh, there's Matt. Yeah. Maddie's Drone World. Welcome. Good to see you.
And Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie from Travel Tech 360.
Yeah. Bye, Robbie. And you said Captain Joe America, I guess. I'm just checking. You said Jody. You said because they're talking away here. John Flynn.
Thank you, Mark, for that birthday greeting.
All the best guys are here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us so late at night here in Uncle Bill's crap show.
Down at Port St. Lucie, Florida. Down the street from Sticks.
That's right. Just a reminder, coming up, we'll be doing this a lot, reminding people to make it down here to South Florida for the South Florida drone meetup on April 1st in Port St. Lucie, beautiful Port St. Lucie.
Are you really South Florida, or are you kind of South Center Florida? I mean, is Fort Lauderdale is that considered South Florida? I thought Miami was South Florida.
This is a conversation we had on your channel, and
we've been down this road.
Unless these folks were there, which I think all of them were, or pretty much most of them. Hey, Jim.
Jim Beauchard, welcome.
It's still south.
We're still an
hour and 45 minutes south of Orlando, which is Central Florida. So I would still say it's south. Yeah, south of Orlando, South Florida. There you go. That's
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, we're quite a bit south. I'm quite a bit north of Fort Lauderdale. It's a long state.
Why?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you do all night when you're not grooming the ice there, Brett?
Pretty much this.
Yeah, I mean, you look busy.
Busy. Look, I made a
Huh?
Action Puck 2.0 right here.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And what are you doing with that?
It slides across the ice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess he just likes to puck around.
On an ice puck. You know, I mean, are you the only one there?
No, there's other people working, I think.
Yeah. You might
I
say
have a
he's a
walkie-talkie somewhere.
motherfucker.
I mean, I don't know if you do this overnight when there's no one else in the building or what you do.
No, I'm doing 2 rinks right now. We've got
Ah,
a hockey practice over there, a game over there. So I got a cup between
sounds
both
like
of
a
them.
rinky-dink business.
Indeed, these are better than your dope book jokes there. Art, good job.
I keep forgetting.
Any
I mean,
octopus on the ice?
you're a couple
That's
hours earlier than me, aren't you? What is it? 8:18 there?
Just 1 hour. 9.
Oh, 1 hour?
uh,
Yeah. 9:18.
Yeah, 9:20.
Yeah. Okay.
Last
But
cut's at 10:30 tonight, I think. So
yeah, but when everybody leaves, you could fly your drone around in there, couldn't you?
I do.
You do?
This rink's harder. The other rink, that there's a different location I go to, and that one's easier to fly at.
Oh,
Less
cool.
supervision, if you will.
What drone do you fly? Is it in Nevada? Excuse me.
Mini 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Oh, by the way, I'll be giving away a
Cool.
Mavic
Nice.
Air 2 week from Saturday.
You have any trouble picking up satellites in there?
0 satellites inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems to work though.
Pure acro.
Well, it's what do you call mode? So
Addy
remind me
mode?
what is
Addy
it?
or,
Yeah, Addy mode. Yeah.
it doesn't tell you that it's Addy. It just says fly with caution,
Yeah.
which I heed with a grain of salt. I can make it slide on the ice now, so I'm getting much better. Trying to make sure it's an FPV.
Addy mode. Thank you, Gary. We just said that twice, but thank you for your late result. Nevada. Hey,
Hey,
you know,
let's say hello to Ray Kelly and Mark R. White, and Bold Old Fart.
Yeah, BOF. Hi, bored old fart. Nevada.
Yeah.
Mika Steve. Here comes the Australia boys.
Yeah,
Yep.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you know, I get satellites inside my house, like lots of them. But I guess it's coming through the glass in the windows, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Well, and plus you're like right next to Cape Canaveral.
Why, they have satellites there?
A lot
Oh,
of
they
folks.
launch them from there.
And honestly, I'm 2 hours from Cape Canaveral, just to be clear. An hour and 45 minutes or something like that. It's a long state, I keep telling you. So, I just subscribed to somebody from your state, by the way. Some female senators making a bunch of waves, or representative, excuse me.
Which
I like her. Bobert. I like her.
Oh, Lauren Boebert, yes.
Do you know her?
Yep.
Everybody in Colorado
I don't
knows
know
her.
her personally, but I liked how she told off Beto O'Rourke about taking away her gun.
I just figured you'd know her because she lives in Colorado.
Yeah. Well, she's up in the mountains. She's up by Steamboat. She has a restaurant called Shooter's Grill.
Steve
Glenwood Springs.
What? Something. There's trouble in the paradise. Let me see here. Steve politely told me to piss off. Well, as long as it was polite. No, I don't live near Area 51's not in Florida, Mark.
No, it's not. It's in. I thought it was in Nevada.
It couldn't be much further away from me, actually.
Edwards
Johnny
Air
Drum
Force Base.
Flyer, welcome.
Edwards Air Force Base
Yep.
in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Blubbit is not blunt. Oh, blunt. He's smoking blunts. That's what the problem is.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. All
Yeah.
right. Now we understand. Yeah, wrong side of the country. That's correct. There you go.
Mm.
Why do you ask if I live near Area 51? Because I hang around a bunch of aliens. Like an Australian, got a whatever Artie is right there. Colorado.
It's near Edwards Air Force Base.
See, Brett has to actually work now.
Groom Lake, Nevada. Yeah. Sorry. I'm squirreling here.
Very, very cool job he's got, I think. Get it? Cool.
Hey, we got Mike. Mike Wright.
Michael Wright. Yeah.
Michael Wright.
Hey, Michael Wright.
Yes.
Hello.
I'm wondering if Ray Kelly has a crush on Alexis.
Where is she?
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Johnny had a crush on Alexis. They're gonna have to fight it out in April.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let them fight.
Big change, huh?
I said, let them fight.
There we go. Here's Michael Wright. Let's see how many people are in the chat that are in this picture. Is Johnny here? Yep, Johnny Drone Flyer's here. And then there's Michael Wright. He's here. And Ray Kelly's here. And that's me. I'm here. Ron Lockwood's not here. I did speak to him today.
Yeah.
Bob's not here either.
Nah, Bob's not here. Who's that other guy? Oh, I think that's Artie.
Yeah.
Artie's here.
What?
How do you make him? I want to make it bigger. Okay, that's good. So anyway, okay, very, very cool. So what have you guys done lately besides get older? Artie, congratulations.
Yep.
Another year. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Charles, what are you up to? You fly lately?
No, I haven't been able to fly lately. I wish I could.
Okay. Why can't you? Weather?
Yeah, weather. By the time I have any time to be able to fly, the sun is down. Even to the point where the sun is gone. So I did say
try
land
flying in the morning.
Nice.
Then you have all day.
Maybe he's working. How about you there? I'm sorry, Dominic. I don't mean to interrupt whatever it is the hell you're doing there, but welcome aboard. Nice to see you. Yeah. Have you flown lately? Have you flown?
No, it's been too hot.
You what?
Too hot.
It's been too hot. What drone do you have?
Mini 2.
That's right. So do I. I love that.
Yeah, I think 100 degrees Fahrenheit's too much.
I don't want. I'm getting all these excuses why people aren't coming in. I'm not going to tell you what Joe Leone said. It sounds. He's getting late. Shh. I didn't say that. Alexis might be in later. Tammy Jean says Max is heading to Canada at 5 a.m. to pick up his wood splitter. We'll be calling it an early night. Isn't it nice to be supportive like that of your man? And then Lama Laura says her response is, what does the receptionist at a sperm bank say as clients leave? Thanks for coming.
Again.
Thanks for coming. Oh my gosh. A guy is sitting at the doctor's office. The doctor walks in. This is Laura now. The doctor says, walks in and says, I have some bad news. I'm afraid you're going to have to stop masturbating. I don't understand, doc, the patient says. Why? Because the doctor says, I'm trying to examine you. Yeah. All right, that's enough of that.
Brett said he had to drop out.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Maddie, you're in.
Maddie says he can't.
No.
Why can't you, Maddie? Explain. We're all waiting. We got time. I've got drinks. I'm good.
Did you know? Did you get any other cool gifts other than what your niece and sister gave you?
No, that was just cash this weekend so far.
That's great. I like
Yeah.
that. Cash is king.
Yep.
That's what I do.
I get buy more Delta miles, so when I get ready for my trip, I'll make the trip a little cheaper.
Good. That's wonderful.
Okay. Mark says a man walks in the doctor and says, "Talk. It hurts when I touch my arm. Hurts when I touch my face. Hurts when I touch my leg. What's wrong?" Doctor says, "You broke your finger."
That's not bad. What about Tulsa King, Johnny? You like that series so far? You want me to tell you how the 9th episode goes? I think he's binge watching it. Isn't that good? Isn't that a good show?
Oh,
See, Johnny Jonefire is a Goomba. He doesn't sound like it, but he is. Who got his 3D? Oh, okay. Mark the tech guy got his 3D printer.
Cool.
Good on you.
No, that's not it. There we go. Good for you. No, that's not it. Where the hell is it? There it is. There it is. Okay. I got my Okay, Tuesday.
I just randomly select people. There you go. Oh, there we go.
You win.
Okay.
So here I am. I'm at dinner at Texas Roadhouse. My sister and my niece are talking about Yellowstone, 1882 and 1923. They're all talking about those shows that are.
They're supposed to be great. 1923 is the #1 series on that on Paramount Plus. I'm gonna have to watch it. I haven't watched that. I've heard it's great. Yeah, they're putting out good stuff, which is great because I was going to cancel it because here's what they did. I decided I don't like the Picard. I got it because of Star Trek. That's the only reason I added it to my Amazon thing, and then what? Okay, Laura, it's okay. I know.
Starting up next month.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Why?
I wanted to like it. I tried hard to like it. I'm not crazy. It has its moments.
Bring back the cast from next
generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna have a bunch of them on it. That's all.
Also, Strange New Worlds coming on probably right after.
I was gonna say that I like the card better than Discovery.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, so do I. That's what's funny. Discovery, everybody hated it, and they panned the first season. Out of the seasons that they had, that was my favorite of the seasons. I actually liked.
Worse as it went on.
Yeah, I liked the first season.
Yeah, I did.
Should have just dumped it second, third, and fourth. I don't think they should waste their money in doing a fifth.
Right.
No, the only good thing that came out of that show was, my goodness, people were just chatting away. The only good thing that came out of that series, I thought, was Michelle Yeoh.
Yes,
I could watch her in anything. I think she's awesome.
Yeah, she did well, and Jason Isaacs with Captain
Jason Isaacs was he's awesome too. Yeah, no doubt.
Lorca, yeah.
Yeah, Captain Lorca.
Lorca, yeah.
He was good too.
It just went downhill from there.
Yep.
But I hope
and they did spin off the new series out of it, which
and I just hope that Strange New World Series 2 is as good as the first series, because the first series was excellent.
I think they're going to stick with the canon with that series, where Discovery is like, what?
It's an absolute toilet, Discovery.
Yeah. Especially when they had Stacey Abrams playing, the President of Earth.
I was trying not to mention that name.
Well, it wasn't that so much. I mean, she's clearly not a good actress. But anyway, aside from that, I like that show a lot. I like it a lot. It just reminds me of the original series, except it's obviously technologically way more advanced, and the writing's been good. The characters are engaging. Yep. I like Anson Mount a lot. You know, the whole thing is
The
just
writing is better too.
it's just very good. And that's what was that show was the reason I decided not to cancel Paramount Plus. Now since then they come out with Tulsa King, and I hear Yellowstone's great, so I'm going to start watching that. So now I'm not feeling so bad for spending my whole $6-7 a month or whatever it is. Oh, Gigi Edgley is the cute blonde and fart.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember that. I used to watch that
remember
show.
her name.
Yeah.
Huh? What about her?
Farscape.
She's Michael Edgley's daughter.
Yeah, we don't know who that is. he's in. I know the show is filmed in Australia, so there's going to be things that we don't know about it that you do. Who is that guy? Go ahead, please.
Michael Edgley.
Yeah, I understand. Who the hell is that?
Pretty much an.
That's pretty much it. He's a guy with a name.
No, I'm trying to work out. He's someone
Really?
very big in the entertainment industry, sort of like a manager.
Well, that narrows it down.
No, what I mean is he's more promoter. He does a lot of work for the entertainment industry in Australia. Let me look it up then.
She's got her own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And
try to
what was?
explain
Oh,
it.
did you guys ever watch Let's? That was a weird sci-fi show.
Watch what?
Yeah, that's
Lex.
entrepreneur. Yeah, that's just
That's where they had that ship that it kind of looked like a dragonfly without wings. And
yeah, that's what I meant, Mark.
Gigi Edgley, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just happen to have it handy.
Or promoter.
And we got Mike Rennick. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
How's that body cam working out for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just working on Michael Edgley for you.
Okay. Well, go work on it some more because I gotta take off, folks. So
okay.
Thank you for having me on the show, Bill, and everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming. Good to see you all, and I'll catch you later. And now the show will greatly improve.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Good night, y'all. Bye-bye.
I don't think it will, but okay. You guys got anything to say?
Oh, you want to know more about Michael Edgley?
No, I was being facetious. I assume he's an actor.
No, he's not an actor. He's actually more of a tour promoter. He owns a production company. He's part of Edgley International, which was founded by his father. Theatre and concert promoter, I think is the term. And that's his daughter.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But he's probably not grayscale like she is.
Don't know.
Now, if you watch the show, she's grayscale. She has no color, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's very nimble, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. And she's a little nuts and a nymphomaniac.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, on the show.
Oh,
I don't mean in real life. I can't speak to that. You know,
I got to see her sort of in real life on another friend's live stream, and she just seems like a real sweetheart. She's happy about everything.
Oh yeah,
I've seen a number of yeah.
She came on your friend's live stream.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. She appeared on your friend's live stream.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, look at the Bengals beating up on the Ravens. Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
All right. That's not beating up. That's close. Oh!
There he is.
What a nice close-up.
Hey, Robbie.
I'm on my cell phone. I've got my parrot, and I leave the side door open as the metal door with the metal, screen, so nothing can get in. The bird can't get out. And he gets this. When I open the door, he gets this visitor. Let you see him. Check this out.
Something hunting him?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Well, I don't see him now.
No.
But I've got there's a big Komodo dragon over here that sits right over here in the water. And he crawls. He can actually crawl this wall. This wall is the outside part of the subdivision here. And there's 3 or 4 of them. One of them's really big, like big alligator size.
Mm-hmm.
So I fly over here. We're building a deck on the edge of this house before we move, and we're going to rent it. So I've been doing some construction, but this was 9-10 foot tall before. And I had someone come and cut it. It was like this. And I had them come in and cut all this out. And then, of course, some of the other neighbors, they cut it out, too, from this property. But this thing is full of shrimp, fish, and Komodo dragons.
Yeah. How do they taste?
Dude, I don't get near them. When we first...
You don't want them to taste you.
Now, when we first bought this property, me and my wife pulled up on the motorcycle, and there was a Komodo dragon like sitting right out here, and he ran over to this corner. And he climbed this wall. This is a 6-foot wall. He climbed the wall in that corner to get the hell away from us, and he got over to the other side. But the people that have their property on the other side, they need to keep it trimmed back, because what happens is the venomous snakes will climb up the bamboo and get on top of our roof here. So we own this house, and then we own the house across from it. So we've got a canopy, and we just park here, so we don't have to, use up the other part of the property we have. But they get on top of this, and then they can get over into our house, over into my other house over here, and it's not a pretty thing. They're got a lot of cobras here, pythons, and I'll be glad to finish this house and move.
Well, just let your tenants fend off the dinosaurs and stuff.
Well, when they built all these houses are built the same back in this subdivision. But the thing is it's a private subdivision, so we have security. So these are the places that you can live and people don't really steal stuff and you don't have any issues. The problem is if we were living in a house behind us that we own, but it's not on the outside wall. And I'd made a comment. I told her, I said, we need a little bit more space. And she said, well, we got the house on the other road. So she came home and she goes, I cured the problem. And I said, what? And she goes, well, I bought the house in front of the other one that we have. And I was like, shit, it just adds more problems. So we moved here. And then when I found out she bought it on the outer wall, I was like, not another house on the outside wall. It's the jungle's on that other side. And that's where the animals are. So finish the balcony here, pack up, and move 2 hours away.
Well, 2 hours away.
To the beach. Yeah, it's closer to the beach.
Where there's probably sharks and narwhals and plesiosaurs.
That's okay. Everybody here's like Florida. Everybody here's got a swimming pool. I don't give a crap about the beach. It's actually it's in an area before you get to the beach, and I mean, we'll have a property there. It's different because it's like here when we fly. I learned so much, and y'all might have similar where you're at, Bill, flying because you're so close to the water there. But here it's like I'm at the edge of a province that harvests salt. So the water comes in from the ocean. They block off the property, so everybody's property is flooded. And then when it starts drying out and sinking down, it lays on top of the black mesh plastic that they put down. And that's where the salt comes from. Well, the problem is honestly, it's really rough finding places to fly here that don't have water. You're always over the ocean or somebody's property with water. And other than staying about 25 to 27 meters is my safe spot height-wise to fly. And as long as I fly that, I'm not going to hit anything as long as I don't hit a radio tower. And they're in provinces, they're freaking everywhere. So between that and flying, because I've heard people say, oh, I'm down here in Florida flying. I got to be careful because of these birds. Dude, times 1,000. When you come down here and you are flying, you might have 5,000 pelicans fly by you at the same time. And they just go around you.
Speaking of the jungle, welcome to the jungle! Hooray!
I don't know. Is that a thing? Jungle?
I don't know. He's in Canada. It's not real jungle-y up there.
No, not at all. It's actually wet. It's tropical rainforest here.
Yeah. Wow. Tropical.
We had one day of dry rain, or I was going to say dry rain. 1 day of dry weather.
We get dry ice. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Can you imagine falling from the sky? Amazing.
Yeah, real
How
smoky.
you doing, Robbie? It's been a while since I've seen you. How you been?
Hey.
And Charles and Dominic
Good.
and Uncle Bill, thanks for having me on the channel. I'm just
Well, thank you for
lurking around
coming
anyway.
in.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for
I just
stopping
finished
by.
doing a little bit of an edit for RC plane video that I did today. It was a lot of fun. Getting to line of sight flying, you know. We've been doing that a little bit more now, so
Sweet.
yeah, a lot of fun.
If you got any video you want to throw up there, I'll be more than happy to put it up.
Yeah, we'll share it in a little bit once it's done rendering and stuff if you want, but yeah,
Sure.
I'll let you know when it's done.
Is it going to be a while? Because I don't think I'm going to be real late tonight. Kind of.
Oh, you're doing a shorty tonight? No,
yeah,
Alexa,
sure. Whatever you want.
What's
Yeah,
Alexa doing tonight?
She said she might be in later. I don't know.
Okay.
Her and her man finally got married, and they've been spending a lot of time together lately.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean. You know.
A new little attachment, eh?
Yeah. She, I don't know. She's a busy girl.
So
But anyway.
I was doing live streams through StreamYard on my channel on Thursday nights, and I even tried again on Saturday, and I could not get the share the stream audio working through my share screen. So I'm going to try and do it. And if you can't hear the audio, let me know right away. I'm just going to smash my computer to 1,000,000 bits, and I'll see you on Monday.
No,
I don't
here's
know
the
what's
thing.
going on.
No,
It's
here's the
just
thing.
really
I've had an issue too, but what does work is what are you going to use to open the video?
I've used Brave browser. I've used Chromecast.
Okay, no, all right, but you're using Chrome right now to be in here, right?
No, I'm using Brave browser, and I've always used Brave browser because it makes me like 10 cents a minute and shit. Like it's like some weird phone call. That you
All right,
don't make,
I brought that up because if I open it up as a separate window, I don't get audio.
Bitcoin.
However, if I open it up as a tab, and then I share the tab and I check mark that the little box shows up to share the audio.
As like a window tab, yeah. But sometimes
it's kind of a pain because I got to jump back and forth between the tabs between the stream and the video tab. But if you do that, you'll get the audio.
Right. Okay. Well, I haven't got that to work, but if this doesn't work, I'll go to that and try that and give you a show. But it is done rendering actually.
Well, it works in Chrome. I don't know about that weird ass whatever the thing is that you have. What is it called?
Yeah,
What?
it just keeps telling me. It just keeps giving me an error message before I can even share it. That's so weird. Yeah, I think something's really screwed up with this. But I've used every other type of browser on my computer, and it just keeps erroring messaging. This is the one that does work, but I'm pretty sure it won't show or it won't have any audio with it. Which, whatever. It'll be live on my channel later. But I don't know.
Oh, it's there. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. All right.
Yeah, no worries.
There it is.
I'll give it a couple seconds and I'll try a different way. And then if it doesn't work the second way, then I'll definitely just play it. Because, I mean, it's only so many times I can try it.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
Audio? No audio?
No audio.
No audio. Okay, so right away, I'll just try the second way. Yeah, this is really weird. I've never had this issue before, and I've done this for a while. Like, I've been streaming.
No, it's something new. I used to be able to open, like if I'm on somebody's Zoom channel, I can play whatever I want to get the audio. In StreamYard, it all of a sudden it stopped working. But it will work in Chrome if I open it up in a tab, in the same tab as the StreamYard. I don't know.
Weird. That's so weird.
Yeah, well, it's got something to do with noise canceling settings, and I don't know.
I even tried that on my audio settings. There was a couple of people I've checked out Google, YouTube, trying to figure out the answer for it the one weekend, and everyone was like, "Oh, you just got to do this," and it's like, no, that's not the answer. Like, gosh dang it! And that's the worst part about all these YouTube, Google questions. Is like people have answers, and sometimes it works for their thing, but You know, I was even trying to set up LED lights on my drone today, and I was like, "You're using
which
version."
You have Windows 10, 11 or 10?
Windows 11.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if that's got something to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It used to work in 10.
Smash the computer. Anyway, I'll share it again, but I'll just share it without music, obviously, or audio, which is the audio kind of sucks. That's why I'm annoyed. Doesn't really make sense to do it without the audio, but there's a lot of cool stuff that you'll hear later. I'll just skip through it so it's not so long, because it is a 10-minute video, obviously. But yeah, I'll share like the little bits and pieces of it, which is kind of fun. So yeah, RC plane that I got, super cheap. It's run off of 2 brushed motors, so like little tiny whip motors, and a small controller by Cobra. I'm sharing the screen. Once you share it, I'll hit the play button, and yeah, super small little drone.
Oh, cool.
Did a couple of little ground taps with it even, and keep flying away. It's really acro as the way it flies. It's not very stability, but it does have the stability as in kind of like horizon mode if you're used to the FPV terms. So it has like the ability to actually do dips and dives, but it won't actually go upside down or anything like that. So it has that control where there's a certain point where it won't go any farther side to side. Which is kind of cool for these little things. They're a lot more fun that way and better for little kids. You know, they won't get too out of control. But it is actually quite more harder to control than I would have thought. The second time I flew it, I got more used to it. And the throttle is more kind of like a DJI drone or a camera drone would be, where you kind of want to be up and down, but you kind of want to be like stability in it. You don't need to be feathering it like FPV. You just kind of need to set it to a point where it's in the middle. And the middle is kind of the way the motors are set. They're obviously just set straight, right? So it's really just pushing your throttle. And, you know, it flies really cool. You just have to really feather the left and right sticks, because all the left and right stick does is just take one motor stronger than the other, right? So it doesn't really have any
the smaller RC planes
smaller
RC planes are definitely harder to fly than the large ones are.
Yeah, because this has no servos, no ailerons, no elevons, just straight up 2 little motors.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you see in the video too, it kind of like dips up in the air a lot, because you have to really control the throttle when you're doing different things like that. So it's a really weird adjustment compared to other, you know, expensive planes and stuff like that. But
how far will it go?
I haven't tested the limit, but I was at one point way up in the sky, in the clouds, and I'm trying to remember exactly where that is in the video. It was super funny. I'm pointing the GoPro way up in the sky, and it's just like you can't see it, and I'm just like laughing. I'm like, this thing's flying by itself right here. Yeah, it's so much fun. And this is like a $60 little foam airplane with 2 brush motors. It's so basic, so fun. Right here, I'm just like,
could you mount a camera? Could you mount a little camera like a peanut on it?
I tried, and I couldn't get it to power up, so I'll have to do a second try. But right now, I'm hands off right now. I'm just letting it go. I'm like, that's super elevation. It's all the way up in the clouds. You can't even see it. It's just doing circles all the way up. And then I start loading the throttle, and then it just starts to slowly come back down. And you can kind of see that little dot slowly rotate through the clouds. No throttle at all, just totally just dead weight, just letting it do its thing. And there it comes down.
Hi, Mikey. Welcome in. Thank you for noticing my sexiness.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun today.
Cool.
But yeah, that's part of the video that I got to share for you guys, and be a lot more on the channel. Probably tomorrow.
Sweet. Very cool. You'll be printing them next. I still got that printed plane that Alexis sent me to put together, and
the foam airplanes fly so much better and so much easier because they don't have as much weight, right? The whole thing with those foam planes and airplanes and all those wings and stuff is foam is best. Foam is best. I've tried to 3D print that orange one. I've did a couple of them. They just didn't fly as nice, in good wind conditions maybe, but there's a lot of weight on those things, so it takes a little bit more motor, it takes a little bit more battery, which takes more weight.
Well, when I was doing RC in high school, we were using balsa wood and dope.
Oh yeah, balsa wood, exactly like paper. Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah. Balsa wood, dope, and
dope,
and a Stanley knife.
That's what it was. Oh yeah. So no, not a Stanley knife. No. I don't hold Stanley's tool in my hand.
Exacto knife, then.
That's it. Exacto knife. Exactamundo knife right there.
Ooh, look at that. Curing case and everything. Legendary.
I bought myself a little present. It's been since high school since I had a real set of Exacto knives. I'm very excited.
Wow, that's a nice case. That's
I had those many years ago.
Pretty handy.
Yeah, I've never seen a case
30 years ago for me.
I got that because I was working on
exactly everything. Oh,
where is it? Window, because I did this. Wait a minute. There it is. That's my latest. That's my latest print.
Oh, that's really fucking nice, dude.
Isn't that cool? It's pretty neat.
It's a lit up mushroom.
Yeah, it's a lamp. Yep. You see the cord coming out the back?
What?
See the cord back here?
Dude, I'm very impressed. Good job.
It's it's only three. It's only 3 prints. I mean, there's 9 of these.
Yeah.
But this, I should have. Now looking back, I should have used a lot more. This is that silk rainbow. You can see the color changes.
Yeah, I do.
But you can see the light coming through the infill.
Yeah.
I think I might even do 100% infill next time, so it doesn't even show that. Would be even kind of cooler, But and then this screws in. This print screws into here. This took a bit. This is 6 inches from here to here, and probably
that's really good. Good job. I really admire good quality. I like that.
Yeah,
dude, there's so many people, Bill, that I see that are professional 3D printers. People that like make stuff like this, and you see like all the the dots and the mist filament and all like the strings and stuff, and you're just like, why are you showing me this, man? This looks amazing. This looks really good.
I've got a little bit of stringing in here, but I was able to clean it out. No problem.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about your end process, man. What you're gonna show off is you, man. You just show off something that's half-assed. That's just a half-ass. I mean,
it's annoying. I mean, you do get a seam where it reverses, and I do. And this silk, you can't really sand this because you want that silk appearance.
The way to get rid of your seam line is to do is a way to change the way you print. So there's 2 things. You do kind of like a vase with no top with top layers. When you're doing a shell, if you're just printing that basic shell, like you're saying that color one, but you also do combing in the infill. So you do combing in the infill, and that means that all of your seams will end up in the inside instead of the outside. So you will not have that
I had combing on. I have to check my settings. I played around with them, and there's no seam on this part.
There's no seam on the part? I thought you were saying it was a seam.
Part. No, there's a seam on this, on the whatever you call that, the
dome.
Yeah.
Looks really
it's
good.
How long it took. This part took like 25 hours to print this bottom here. 26 hours, something like that.
Right.
But anyway, came out pretty good.
Yeah, that's the way you get rid of the seam line in vases. If you're printing a vase and you don't want that seam line, is you do the combing in the infill. And the combing of the infill, it means that everything that it finishes on that layer, it will finish on the inside instead of usually what it does is it will do on the outside on some of the.
I think let me see how I'm opening up here and now to see where I had my what setting, because I did a little research about that,
I bet. I can tell
afterwards, after I did that. So I just keep the seam to the back for right now. Combing, like I said, but after I messed with my settings, I didn't see a seam in the white in the PLA Plus in the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah.
during cleanup when I
You
print
don't get a
something,
seam and
if
phase
I have to
mode.
like if I
Yeah,
have
you
to like
shouldn't get a seam.
cut anything during cleanup, if I have to cut anything, you notice when you cut it, you kind of get that dull finish. I run a lighter over it and it brings back the shine.
Okay, that's cool. That's an
Yeah,
idea.
like Mika Steve is saying, is you don't get a seam and vase mode. When you have a top layer, you do because
right.
of the top layer.
I just checked. I have combing mode within infill. Combing mode within infill. So, but that was afterward. That's the settings. I didn't use those settings in the top, unfortunately. I used it down here, and it's like, oh, look at that seam. And like I said, if I had a little bit of seam in the white, no problem.
The only reason I suggest that is because when I'm printing TPU, a lot of the stringing will happen, obviously, on the outside of the layer and stuff like that when you're 3D printing. So I always do my combing in the inside and the infill, and I barely ever get any string. And if it is string, it's in the inside of a hole, and it don't fucking matter. Excuse my French. But really, I mean, you're putting a bowl through it or standoff anyway. So really, the more resins, the more things in the way, the more support, the more pressure it has to push those pressure points, the better. Really, a loose standoff through a 3D print is the worst, to be honest.
So what I did to it, I did a little research, and they suggested a light fixture that's it slid right in there, it fit right in. I just got it off of Amazon, but 827 or 26 or something, whatever that size is, and I got a 3.5 watt LED soft light turned in for that, and it's now my nightlight. It's now my nightlight in the kitchen. So,
nice.
It keeps the dogs happy at night, I guess.
I got a 5-inch nightlight that I made.
My wife thinks the dogs are scared of the dark, so I have to keep a light on in there.
Nice. I got a 5-inch lipo I could build, or I set up the other day. My 5-inch build is all set up with the new fly high FPV LED strips around the outside, and it's so bright it could literally light up my entire apartment with one lipo. Just so bright, like lighter than the wall.
The Doc's making fun of my hair. You making fun of my haircut, Doc? I don't need a comb anymore. That's right. This is how I like it. Yeah.
You put headphones on, you don't need a comb. You just put the headphones on and it pushes your hair back. That's what I do.
Yeah, that doesn't really work.
Dominic's been doing that since the 90s, and his hair is all right off.
Exactly.
That's
how I got this problem. Yeah.
Dominic, I'm with you, buddy.
Our forward's going back and back. I'm gonna be Dom soon.
Yeah, his hair's pushed back so far it's coming out his ears.
There we go. Push it forward.
Yeah. But
so Marcel, you've used the TPU. Have you tried any of the new that real soft? They call it Super 3. It's like really soft, flexible TPU.
I haven't heard of Super 3, but I've been using Ninja Flex, and Ninja Flex is probably 85A, I think it is, or something, diameter.
Yeah.
What is the Super Flex?
I got some over here. It's like 51 or something. I mean, it's like a bungee cord, dude. So I made a bungee.
The foam stuff? It's the foam stuff where like you touch it and it just like collapses right away?
No, it's close to that.
Okay.
But I printed out a 7-inch bungee cord because when I go out and fly my drone, I always strap a bungee cord around my case with my drone on the back of my motorcycle. So I made a bungee cord 7 inches long. It stretches like double, like 14. Dude, it's strong stuff, but you got to have a direct drive. You can't push it through. You can't push it through a tube. And that's what I tell people when they go to buy their printers. I say, if you got the cash, get one with a direct drive. If not, and you just practicing, buy something you can upgrade that drive on, because you ain't pushing a wet noodle through a straw, dude.
Yeah. I upgraded my Ender 3 to Ender 3 Max to something that's not direct drive technically, but it has like the what's the name of it? A new upgrade on the nozzle and stuff. So it has the hot end, the metal hot end and stuff like that. So it could print faster, but it still isn't direct drive. But I also run what's it called? Tronxy Cruise 1 And that one's awesome and direct drive and stuff. And it's small enough for the TPU prints that I do for drone stuff, right? So just doing mounts and stuff like that.
If you had to calculate by the time you buy the printer and do all the upgrades that you do on a printer, what do you think it would cost?
Well, this Ender 3 Max, when I got it 2.5 years ago, I think now, I put a silent board into it. I've upgraded the rails, upgraded the springs, upgraded almost everything on it except for the actual, like the build frame. And the stepper motors. I haven't upgraded step motors. Knock on wood. Shouldn't have said that too loud. But I don't know, probably about $1,000 on that printer. But that printer has printed me, I don't know, thousands of dollars worth of.
Oh yeah, to make your money back.
And it's not even to make money back. It's just stuff that I've given away or stuff I needed or help people with, and it's become really my workhorse. Actually, this 3D printer blew its power supply like last week for the first time, but I was looking at the records of it, and it was something like 600 like working hours last time I shut it off. Last time I shut it off, I was like, holy, Octoprint's awesome, but I don't use Octoprint on my newer printer because it's all standalone off a new laptop that I run on the other source over there. But
what's the hot plates? What's the hot plate size on that?
On the Tronxy, it's only a 180, but my Ender 3 Max is like 400, right? So that's where I do.
I use a 10 log, and it's got a 400 by 400 on it, and it's a dual. So I paid $525. I don't have to upgrade now. Yeah. It's like I printed out everything so far. I've not printed out nylon, but I can go up to like 340, I think, on my heat or 360. So if I wanted to print nylon or something, I could. But, I printed out oil caps. My neighbor had lost his oil cap for his Honda, and he had a carbon fiber valve cover on it. It wasn't metal, so I felt safe. So I printed him a new cap out of carbon and PETG. Worked like a charm.
No, yeah, for sure. PETG's super easy. There's so many people in the industry and the hobby that will say ABS is better than PATG. I'm like, you got to be stoned. I mean, I'm stoned all the time. There's no way that can be right because ABS will crack. It will delaminate. It will.
It's hard as hell. It's hard as hell to print.
Screw up. And if you don't have a good enclosure, it's crap. PTG, you can literally print right here, right beside me, all day, all night, and it won't.
It don't affect you.
It won't warp. It won't screw up, and it won't stink. It won't be as bad.
Yeah, I know, man. You do. You do ABS, and in 10 minutes, dude, you have a headache from hell.
Yeah, you shouldn't be printing that stuff. And some people will get actually kind of sick from just regular printing on PLA Pro, even. So it's all about, and you should have a good, ventilation and stuff by your printer. But I mean,
even with PLA Pro,
you don't want too much. That's what air blowing into the area.
That's what that white is on that mushroom is PLA Plus, PLA Pro, whatever. Yeah. And I slept right next to it with the door shut.
Yep. No, it's totally fine.
Doesn't bother me.
I feel good.
Yeah. I mean, my bed's right there, my printer's right there, and my other printer's under my bed.
The only PLA Plus
5 years now.
The only PLA Plus that bothers me is the transparent PLA Plus. It has a different smell to it than all the other colors. I don't know why. This is the, let's see here. Yeah, it's the PLA. This is the transparent made by, I use eSun. I don't know what material you guys use. I've tried a bunch of different ones. But man, the eSun is like, there's two things. Number one, I never have issues with it. Number two, when it comes to you, you never get, you know how like you get halfway through the roll and then the damn roll is like rolled funny where the shit don't come out and you got to like seam it or something? I never had that with eSun like I've had with some of the other companies.
Yeah, I don't buy eSun. I've only bought Polymaker, Arion, and Overture.
Yeah, I've not tried those because
stay
Isan. I
with
mean,
those.
I'm in Asia. I pay 10, 11 bucks a roll. So
Right,
hey,
yeah.
the Isan's great, dude.
You're getting it right off the factory though, too. You're getting it still warm and stuff. You open the package, just like it's still like, ooh, nice.
We've got a company called Lazada, which is it's like Amazon here, and it's
Right,
really
the
good
Raspberry
because
sounds.
yeah, when I was doing my stuff to hook up my OcuPrint and hook up my Raspberry Pi, I had to get these step the voltage down
Yep.
to 4.9 volt.
Yep.
And I looked on Amazon. I mean, I bought 2 of these for my Raspberry Pi case. I paid like, I think $1 for both of them because they're actually made right here. So I was like, dude, I could buy these and send these to the US and sell them. On the top of that, you'll see that little screw. Wait a minute. The little screw that's on the top of the blue part. You adjust it with a screwdriver. So you put the high power on one side and low on the other, and you just hook up your gauge, put a screwdriver on the top and twist the little screw, and it'll bring you down to whatever voltage you want.
Yep.
Dude, it's like they're great because I run my LED. I'm running my LED off one of them, and then of course I run the Raspberry off the other one.
Nice. Yeah, I used actually the exact same module for my R2D2 I built a while back. It's definitely.
What do y'all pay for them there where you're at in Canada?
I don't know. That was a while back.
Yeah,
that was a couple of years ago when I built my R2D2 on my channel. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna build a new enclosure. You know, everybody. I try to keep my material dry. That's one thing, Bill. Always keep your material dry. If you're not using it, not printing, put it in a Ziploc, suck the air out of it. But like Al Duran uses dryers, but he only has like one dryer, so he has to dry the roll. Yeah, when he does it. So here's what I
keep
found.
Mine on the roll. Mine's so dry here, it's ridiculous. My area is. I
bought this. This case I turned sideways. It's a camera lens case. Mm-hmm. So it's got a dehumidifier and everything in it. And what I did is I turned it sideways and I put like a horseshoe clamp on the inside here and the inside here. And then I ran a piece of like 2 or 3 inch PVC through my material. And then I just open it up and lay it in there. And I've got one on the top and one on the bottom. So I can actually hold 16 rolls. And then I turn it on and it heats it up. And it was great. So we moved into this house and I put all my stuff in it and I grabbed the wrong damn power cord. It wasn't that 12 volt deal. It was that 220 volt deal. And I plugged it in and I turned it on. And when I did, I saw fireworks inside the case. I blew the damn power supply. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to build a new deal. It's going to look, my bird's going crazy. It's going to look more like a big stand-up Pac-Man machine. So the top part of it will actually have my enclosure, and then the bottom part will be enclosed in Lexan. And on the inside, what I did was I'm mounting a circle hole beside the printer, and it's got a vacuum system, like a shop vac built in the bottom of it, so I can do cleanup right in there. Because, you know, I don't know if you guys have ceramic floors where your 3D printers are, but you'd be scraping that crap off the ground between the PLA and the glue that you use. So I'm building one system to hold the whole deal with drawers on the bottom.
So far I've used Overture. That's the white. That's the PLA Plus I bought. But I tell you, the price jumped up. That gradient, you know, the color gradient stuff I bought, the multicolored. That is the silk, you know, shiny, fast color gradient change, rainbow.
The silk stuff is really nice.
Yeah, well, that's what the dome is, and that's TTYT3D. You ever hear of it?
Oh no, TTY.
Me either. I did. Yeah, TTYT3D is the company. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, I don't know. I did a lot of. I was looking to get that, and I was looking through the reviews, and there was other brands and more well-known brands, you know, obviously, and I was like, guys are complaining, and this one was hard to work with, and and then I read that one, and the price wasn't bad. It was $23.99, and
I do.
And the reviews were good. So I said, try it. What the hell? It's only $24. You know what I mean? And it came out pretty good. Now I'm looking at it. The price jumped since December 20th. It's $30 now.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah. That's quite the jump. And then the PLA Plus, the Overture on Amazon was $24.99, and it's still $24.99. Okay.
Yeah,
I've had pretty good
China
luck with that.
brand
That's
for
the first
sure.
stuff I use, so I bought more of it. So I liked it. But anyway, I really don't know enough about it.
It's not bad for what everybody pays for the material, because the material does go a long ways. You know, most everybody that I've seen, we all buy the one kilo rolls. But I saw a guy on YouTube, man, he had like rolls that were like 2 or 3K, and I was like, who the hell sells those? Are they online? Does Amazon sell bigger rolls?
You can go to direct sales like Polymaker, or we have filaments.ca, and a couple places that do sell 2 to 5 to 10 kilogram rolls, stuff like that. But they're more, they're not like, they're for sale, but they're like more like you have to ask for them and stuff kind of thing. But there are people that do it that I've been 3D printing with the community with. And most of them are using it because they build big projects. Like when I was building my R2D2 unit, people had them for that and stuff like that. So there are the big projects that are 3D printing, because again, you're using huge nozzles, you're using huge build plates. In comparison to us, 400 is nothing, right? Some of the guys like 3D printing nerd, he has like what is it, like a 5 foot by 5 foot type printer, and it's like,
wow,
print anything you want in your world, like anything.
It's printing dog houses.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of things you can print now. It's in the printing sizes only becomes how much budget you have, right? There's metal printing now that companies have contacted me. And I'm like, I don't have a place for a metal printer in my apartment. They're like, we'll send you one. They're like, even the customer support guy or reps or whatever, they're like, no, like, we'll talk about it. Like, we'll get you a good value, man. Like, you send us like $1,000 now, we don't have to worry about it. It's like, I don't have a place to put it.
It's big enough that you can print yourself a spare room.
Right? I know, right?
Absolutely.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish I would get one, but they're offering them like crazy because that's how that industry is. Once you get into the 3D printing community, the woodwork of like people that want to send you stuff to review or to use and show off, and it's like, I just no.
My company my 10-log company sends me stuff, but I'll tell you, a lot of people have been buying the printers and doing upgrades like these.
Mm-hmm.
With the chain link.
Yeah.
I give people good advice on a chain link. Just because you got a 3D printer, if you're planning on getting serious about printing, make sure that when you print this and you print it out of PLA, that when you print the end that hooks to the damn hotbed and you print this part, make the crap fiber. Because if you don't, because I printed mine in PLA, and it actually has holes in it where it's the end of the link, guys. So it basically fits and it touches the bottom of the heat plate, which means that the first time you get ready to start printing some ABS or some hot shit and you crank it up there really hot, that PLA mine bent so bad. And I was like, what's wrong with and I was like, oh, it's my temperature. Because, you got to run 90 to 100 on the bed when you're running ABS. So I always tell people now, if you're going to print these out, they're great to have. But on the part that goes to the heat bed where it attaches, always print it in carbon fiber or something, ABS, something where it's not going to melt. And that's the experience I had because I did print some hot stuff and the PLA just didn't hold up for me.
Printing some hot stuff. You know what? All the years I've been 3D printing, I've never printed any of those daisy chain things for the printers. I just let it all just gang loose, baby. Let it all go. I've never done one. I thought about it years ago, and I was like, just too much work. So many pieces. It's so annoying.
Now yours is set up where you can send your files directly to your printer, or are you putting SD card in it?
SD card on my trunks, my little baby small one, but that runs also from the computer, which I could eventually do. I just don't have my Raspberry Pi set up to my.
I made an adapter, and you buy a ribbon cable, so it's female on one end and male on the other. And basically, it's like an extension. So you just tap that into the side of your ender and then stick it in there that way. Because the thing is like on a lot of the printers, where your SD card goes in, it's actually going into a board. So it's not like if you wear the socket out, you're going to replace the socket. It's part of the motherboard. Right. So by doing this, you put the wear and tear on this, and then if it ever breaks, you just replace the cable. You don't have to replace a whole motherboard. So for, $5 or $6 to buy the cable, it's a good print to have for people that are, sticking SD cards in.
I'm a old school zip tie junkie, so I just fucking zip tie a bunch of stuff to keep it all where I want it to be. Zip ties are 10
welcome in,
cents.
welcome in, Sam. How you doing? Good to see you, Mr. Sack. Nice to have you here. Hi, JSK Leonard. How you doing, everybody? Good to see you.
It's no joke though. I'll throw like a 3D. I'll throw one of my drones off the table right now, and I'll count how many times I use a zip tie on some of the, probably at least 12, 15, 30 sometimes on some of the drones.
I'll tell you though, Marcel, if you were gonna, people that want a 3D print and they say, what printer should I buy? And I usually tell them, just go and get an Ender off eBay. Get a used one. Because if the damn thing will start up, most of the problems that 3D printers have, because they're like, well, maybe I'll buy a 3D printer that's bad. Yeah, you might get something that's got a clogged nozzle or something on it. But it's any issue that you have, as long as it'll run, it's a cleaning issue. Blow out the fans, clean the hot end, and you're ready to go. You don't have to go and buy a brand new.
I over my years, I will not suggest Creality, but I do understand your point. But I definitely just go with either a KP1 or a KP3 or whatever they are now, King Ron, and the Tronxies. Like, depending on what you want. If you want to print something big and you want to get serious, then go Creality, because they have a bigger build plate and stuff and lots of options. Yeah. But if you're printing small stuff, like for the hobby that I'm into and stuff and what we're into, you don't need any of that stuff. You don't need that huge hassle.
I like the glass bed. I like the glass bed, though. All these different materials that people use for different tops. Dude, I printed out with every material on mine. I've never had an issue with my glass bed. And some people have bought the 10-log printer that I've got, and they're online and they bought the metal to replace the glass. It's like, dude, why did you replace the glass? The glass is flat as shit. And they're like, and then they start having problems with it. And I'm like, why? Why would you change something that's not broken?
Because my glass actually started to warp, and you can see it through leveling of it and stuff like that. Even when I run my
I've heard glass warps too.
My middle, because there's nothing else to hold it, and it's always structurally held, and the springs are holding it at a certain point and stuff like that. And there's a little bit
it does
with PETG. And again, I've been running this friggin' printer for years steady. And I have glass, and I love glass. I'm the exact same as you, but my glass has definitely worked. It's definitely changed.
Yeah. With mine on my heat bed, it's got like an aluminum. The bed is actually aluminum itself, which is flat or fairly flat, I'd say. And then the glass that fits on it, just for y'all who don't know, it's not like a regular piece of glass. It's like the windshield in your car.
It's thick shit. Oh yeah.
It's got metal in it in the back of it. So the heat comes through that metal and heats the glass up. But I tell everybody, if you can get a glass piece, glass for your heat bed, for me, you just don't have problems with it, man. As long as you don't scratch it up, it cleans up nice with a little alcohol.
Yeah.
Hey, I had one guy that I watched that was
I
giving
like to
tips.
finish on glass better than magnetic plates.
Oh yeah. But the guy on YouTube, it was funny because he was trying to tell people when it's done the best way. He said, sometimes you have to get up under it with a spatula to get your print off. And I had a guy that broke one by doing that. And what I actually do is I've got a razor knife that's real wide. So I just get enough space if it's rough to get up with this. And then after I lift it up with that, I'll put my spatula under it. It doesn't put any bend in it. But so after he did his video, he came back and goes, I've got an update on the video, and I've got a wonderful way to get your prints off the bed. He goes, when you finish printing and your bed's hot, and he said, just get you a squirt bottle like this and put some alcohol in it. And that's the fucking terrible idea because you scratch the glass up. So he did it. And then somebody replied, they said, yeah, dude, we tried that. And he said, what was your bed temperature? He said 90. He said, well, what happened when you put the alcohol on there? He goes, the damn bed cracked. The glass cracked.
Wow. No, it's just if you want to get your shit off your bed when you're doing high temp stuff, just freaking wait, man. It will pop
Yep.
off unless you've really put your first layer on like it's so tight that you're just gonna have a hard time. I've seen people print PETG and it's taking them days to get it off the print bed.
Dude, I've printed off stuff when I first started. I would print off something and be printing 8 or 12 hours and be so excited about getting it off the heat bed. And I throw the spatula under it to lift it up, and it damn warps my print. And I'm like, shit, why did I do that? Just give it time, like you said.
Yep.
I like the magnetic bed. I don't know. It's
bed is what my Tronxy is too, and you can just pull it off right away,
lift
pop
it up,
it off,
pull it back, pops
it's
right
nice.
off.
Yeah,
it's convenient. Yeah.
But there's also a thing about depending on what you're printing too.
What
like,
you're printing, you
I
want
use it for
a nice
off the
finish on
magnetic
it.
bed.
Yeah.
I really like having that really nice glass finish on, like if I'm printing like a character or something, like a model or something like that. You don't really want the rough finish, or if it's going to connect to another thing, you don't want the rough finish. You want a clean glass finish to attach to another finish that's going to be a two or a 3-piece object, right? Like when that really counts to your scaling or building of something, it's huge. It's huge. Yeah. And I do a lot of multi-parts pieces, so there's no way.
Marcel, when you print something that has hinges, what are you doing for the pins for the hinges? Do you have a favorite material or anything, wire? Hell, I was pulling off bread wrappers and pulling the plastic off for the metal. I mean, what do you use for hinges when you make something with a hinge? Because I found a pretty good fix for that.
I've always just used 3D printed, the rounded part of the hinge. If you're talking about the actual pull of the hinge, I just use a screw, like an M2 or an M1.
Well, just for instance, like I printed this out, and it's got long hinges. See the hinges?
Print in place hinges? I don't do print in place hinges. That's
no, these aren't print in place. This is 2 pieces, and it's got like 4 hinges on the outside there. So here's what I did. Me and my wife were out, and she was buying some stuff to hang her flowers. You know those metal 3 wires that come down that hook on the pots that hold the pots up? Cut the ends off. It's the perfect diameter metal that's straight, that's stiff, and you can slide it through anything that needs a hinge, and dude, it's just the way to go. And it was like, you can get one for like 10 cents.
Never heard of it. Never seen it. I can't imagine.
So this is what I used at first. I was using this to throw in the hinges, and there's no stiffness to the wire. Right. So then after I cut off the flower pots, I get this. Okay. It looks like an acupuncture needle. They're real long. So you get 3 of them to hold your pots up that you hang up outside. And I just cut the hooks off, and I just use the metal. And when I need a hinge, wherever the hole is, I just stick this right in and cut it off. It's absolutely perfect. I mean, dude, it's like perfect for a hinge.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I've always just used either screws or bolts or whatever, so I've never. Acupuncture needles is a good idea.
I use a lot of
holes, that's for sure.
I use a lot of
TTY 3D stuff I bought came with a little vial of those little acupuncture needles to clean your nozzle out.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
That's pretty cool.
A lot of people actually don't know about those, actually, Bill. So there's a bunch of people that are in the 3D printing community that I hang out with and stuff, and I told them about them last week, and I was like, "Oh, you don't have any of those things?" Because clogging of the nozzle is an issue, right? And I was like, "Man, like you don't have any of those acupuncture needles in your nozzle? Like, literally, if you do it right, it takes like a couple seconds, and you can clean it out, and you can get printing again. You have to tear it all apart. That's craziness."
Yeah.
So,
came in a little vial.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. You'll stick that through the hole in inside when the temperature is nice. You'll ream it out a little bit while you're pushing the filament through, and you're gonna get a little bit more clean. You'll see some crap come through, and always set the temperature a little higher than what you usually will, and you'll get rid of that crap.
Yeah, and as you just said, make sure the temperature's nice. Don't cram the shit in there if it ain't warm, because you won't hit it. You'll hurt the round part.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking sharp.
Yep. You know, when they first came out with those, the reason they did that, it was injection mold machines used those. The engineers used it. I used to work for Sumitomo, and at Sumitomo, we made the fuse box and a lot of the connectors for Honda cars. So the injection mold machines had big molds, metal, steel molds in them. And when they would get clogged up and have problems and things would break, they had those for those molds to put in those holes to heat it up and pop it through. Man, I wish I'd have kept those years ago because they would have been handy now.
Yeah, they sent me 10.
It's got a head. It's got a head on it, right, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got like looks like a spring wrapped around the top to hold on to it. So I don't know if you could see. You see how it's fatter up at the top? It's like a spring around that, and then they look like acupuncture needles, actually. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're hardened. If you notice, if you look at the color, you can tell they've been like heated and dipped in oil or something because they're kind of bluish purple, probably, if you look at it.
It just looked like stainless to me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be.
I built this thing. My daughter kept losing her remote control to the TV.
Well done. Nice work.
And this is not my print. This is something I found on Thingiverse. But I'll tell you what I like about it. Man, the damn wall thickness is like a freaking 32nd or something. I mean, it's thick. It was a really good design. Whoever designed it initially did a really good job on it because the crap is thick. No flex at all.
You know, you worry about the moisture, and the interesting thing about Florida, as damp as it is down there, humid as it is down here, your air conditioning's running pretty much 24 hours a day, so it's always dry as shit inside your house.
Yeah, I run my temperature. I notice when I turn my air conditioner on up here and my 3D printer is here, I have to raise the temperature 10 degrees on my print to get it to print out like it's supposed to. Because if I keep it off, I can print it at 200. It's fine. If not, I got to print it at 210 if the air's on.
Well, how I print at 205 or 210. The rainbow stuff, 210 seems to be the sweet spot, and 205 for the PLA Plus. But what temperature you keep your house when you run the air? What do you put it at?
I don't know,
baby.
Yeah, here it's like
I don't keep it cold in here. I keep it at 77.
Yeah. Well, we do everything in Fahrenheit, so I think it's like 23 Celsius here. I'm not sure what that would be in Fahrenheit, but
what's up, Blizzard?
I don't know.
Yeah, 3D printing opens up a whole new world. I mean, honestly, I started doing stuff where I would do a print of the day, and I'll post something I print every day, and it's just stuff that I make myself. And of course, I put Amazon links in there, so if someone wants to buy the material or something like that, dude, man, I get all kinds of clicks. My Amazon account's been going crazy for the last like 10 days that I've been doing that. But so now I notice that there's a couple guys in my group. They started putting out a print of the day, and they'll print what they're doing also. So it's pretty cool to see what people make.
You want to see my print of the day for you right now, just because you asked?
That's 73.4. That's 73.4 Fahrenheit, Bobby.
So this is an astronaut.
I keep mine at 25 Celsius.
One piece.
Print in place.
Play in place things. Yep. So super flexy. But
you
know the coolest part about this thing?
It looks like you.
Nope.
Oh God! Send me the file. Send me the file.
Gotta buy it.
And look how clean that is. Look how clean my prints are.
Yeah. I did this one.
Yeah. This is my
favorite. You were supposed to send me the link to that, by the way, Marcel, so I could purchase that, and you never did.
I did send it to you.
No, you didn't.
No, really? I didn't send it to you?
Nah.
Message me and I'll send it to you again.
What? I messaged you tonight. That's how you got the link. I messaged you to get the link in here.
But that's
Wanker.
Not done yet. It's got like 4 more pieces. I got to do his eyebrows. I still have to do the purple pieces on its side on his chest, and then I'll release him to public. But that's all you get to see of him right now. He's got a cloud that holds up his jetpack in the back. But that's for somebody, not for the public view.
Marcel, I messaged you a link to get in here tonight.
It's all your fault. Oh wait, yeah, you did message me. But
yeah, I messaged.
Remind me of the prints. That's the hard part.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't know until now.
All right.
It's my experience. I'm addicted to it.
The fucking
I'll send you the fucking file. I'm not going to send you the
You
fucking link. The
stoner.
link is faster.
There. I sent it.
Marcel, I printed out a big Buddha, and my wife is Buddhist. You know, most people are over here in Asia.
That's why.
And I printed it out, and I had it sitting on like a little stand for her, and I was cleaning one day, and the son of a bitch fell off. It broke his head off.
So
I glued
it before because it
what did Marcel? What did you print that with? What's the material?
Oh, this is PETG. Yeah, this is
Okay.
PETG. This is hard as shit.
I've not printed with PETG, so there you go.
No, PETG is amazing. It's the best. It's literally, if you can get your settings on the print perfect, like no supports, this is the best. There's like
Marcel, send me a link to where I can buy that file. I want to print one out. That's cool.
That's off the Tronxy too. This is not off my Ender 3, so you can see the build plate kind of like texture on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did no work after this. This is literally straight up, no joke, the fucking end result off the print.
That is cool.
Well, you know, I'm such a dick. When I was trying to get, my magnetic cover was it was white. You know, there's some white stain with it, so I wanted to try to get rid of it. So I took my spat and I scraping at it. So it's a lot smoother than it used to be because I'm an idiot.
Here's the surprise. That's how it works.
Ah, look at
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, send me a link. I'll buy it. I'll print it out. That's worth having. That's cool.
Yeah, I bought a couple prints off that guy. It was pretty awesome. I'm gonna look it up right now, but I can't remember.
But when I knocked over the Buddha and it broke the head off, I glued it back on. And my wife came home that night and she noticed. She's like, "What's wrong with the Buddha?" I'm like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "The head broke off."
Oh.
Get dressed. I'm like, "What do you mean get dressed?" "We got to go to the church, to the temple." And it's like, "What for?" "We can't leave it in the house. It's been damaged." I said, "Well, what are we going to do with it? Just throw it in the trash can. I'll print another one." She's like, "No, you can't do that. You got to go put it outside the temple and it has to stay there. So it has good karma. Because if you throw it in the trash can, you're going to have bad karma." I was like, "Oh, shit." So I had to get up in the middle of the night
Well, you have
and
me
go
on
drop
full
it off.
screen. It is in the chat. Now you can pick me on full screen. It's in the chat.
Okay.
Yours done.
Why is PETG cheaper than PLA?
In some cases, because it's not used as much. PLA has become like the simple, easy source that everyone just buys, right? So it's it's kind of one of those things where nobody uses it as much. It's crazy.
Yeah, what brand are you buying?
Polymaker, Overture, and
Overture. Well, yeah, the Overture is about the same price. Overture is $20.
Yeah. Polymaker, if you buy Polymaker, it's a little bit more expensive, but the quality you get is like guaranteed. Like you get Eson, you get a couple of these brands, you'll print it, it's fine, it'll look okay, but what do you want at the end result? Do you want a nice finish, or do you want a print that's basically what 3D printers are, is a prototype of something that you're going to make later on in real life? If you're going to print something that's useful or, fun, little toy and stuff, then hell yeah, print with the best quality you can get, because that's what you're going to get. But if you're going to print like a helmet, you're going to put a bunch of Bondo on it and sand it and paint it and do all this work to it, buy some crap.
It's not that much more. Polymaker PETG is $22.
Not going to see it, right? Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
It's worth it. Polymaker is one of the bigger companies that does support 3D printer and creators around the world. They have an entire YouTube and Twitch account that gives away filament every day. So if you're not part of that community, definitely check them out. They're always there to help you guys out if you're doing this hobby. So, I mean, I won a 3D printer and rolls of filament off them many a times. So,
what's the best brand for you? If you have a choice, what's your best brand on the material?
Polymaker.
Okay.
Yeah, Polymaker. Yep. I know the company reps and they've supported me a bunch. I've done a couple 3D prints for them and stuff like that for their catalog. They're more user based community than any other companies. A lot of the other companies that I find that have been around in the community in the last 4 years with me that I've seen are companies that want to be involved, but they're not really involved as much as other companies like Loyal Moses and 3D Printing Nerd and a bunch of other huge YouTube/Twitch people that are hugely community
Here
based.
she
Right?
is.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome into the chat.
howdy.
Sorry I didn't see you in there, my dear.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah. Did you just? How long were you waiting? I'm sorry, I just saw you there.
Oh, hours.
Hours.
That's all right. And
Liar!
Hours.
Welcome in.
Thank
Welcome
you.
in.
An hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, I figure I'll be on till 12 tonight because I'm a little tired, a little worn out. But yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah, Polymaker's only a couple bucks more.
Yeah.
Quality's
amazing.
Yeah, I'll try it out. My next roll I buy. Definitely. What do you think? What color do you think? I saw you did that guy in blue, but what do you think? Blue, black, red, doesn't matter really, does it?
Doesn't matter color. Yeah, it's all depending on what you want to print and if there's a color.
I'd like to get a different color than what I already have too, you know. So
I mean, if you're printing Buzz Lightyear, then you definitely want to pick the right colors, right? But
is that Buzz Lightyear?
No, that was Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw. He's the country singer.
Yeah.
It's funny. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Well, I see black. They have right off the top, black, $24.99. Polymaker PLA probe, filament, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's PLA. Oops. Here it is. Polymaker PEDG. Strong PEDG black.
I find all the neutral colors are a little bit, cheaper if you want to get into like more silk or carbon fiber or nylon even. Then yeah, you're going to pay a little bit more. But PETG is still the same price, and you get the right manufacturer.
Did you see where? We'll go back to the chats.
Did I see it?
Trevor Fuss said there's some kind of here. Check it out. There's a worldwide shortage of the base PLA products that the prices jumped.
Really?
That's another shortage. Wouldn't you just know?
Trevor Fuss does know a lot about the 3D printing community because he's there with us.
Well, that might explain why that stuff that I bought jumped from $24 to $30, in such a short period of time.
So there is also a thing called recycled PLA and recycled PETG that does have a recycling plant and I wouldn't say plant, a unit plant. What would you call it? A smaller manufacturing facility. There you go. Here on Vancouver Island in BC. And so they take all of old or shitty prints that people have given or they collected over the years and make a filament and sell it, and it's actually really good filament. We use it in film industry, and I think it's like $14 Canadian for a roll. Like it's just as good.
This makes sense because when I first started buying, or started looking to buy even PLA and PLA Plus, it was $16-17 a roll. And when I ended up buying it, it ended up being 20 or 22, depending on the brand. And now that's jumping up to 30. So this all makes sense.
Yeah,
so must have been going on already as their supplies run out and they're replacing.
But that's the best part about this community it's not that just 3D printing is open source. It's now the filaments getting open source. So now people are recycling filaments and recycling stuff like that and coming up with better ways to do it. So it's the 3D printing community is kind of what the drone community needs again, is a whole reboot on open source stuff like ELRS is kind of, not to open up a whole new bandwagon of chat, but that's the way things are going, and that's the way things need to be, really, if we want to really hold control of what we're doing and what we like. Enough said.
I'm going to try this. I'm going to try some of this Polymaker. I'm going to buy some. It's $13 a roll here. and the fluorescents are $15 a roll.
Yeah. Yeah, Polymaker is awesome. And it's not just because they support me, but they support a lot of people.
Well, if you've ever, I mean, you know, I don't have to tell you this, but people that are new to this, when you always get a good brand, because you never know if it's your printer or the damn material. And a guy was selling something here, selling some PLA here on TPU here, and he had like 4 colors, and he was wanting like $5 a roll. I was like, man, that's a deal. So I jumped on it. My wife said, it might be defective. I was like, honey, it's just plastic. That shit, it wouldn't print worth nothing off the printer. I mean, wouldn't print. It's just like ice cream coming out of the machine. I was like, shit, she's right. So
what was it? What was your temp when you used that PETG when you printed that astronaut?
For me, 240.
240.
Yeah, 240 at 80.
Yeah, I'm reading up on PETG a little bit. It's obviously stronger. It's polymer. It's oil polymer based. So, like if I was going to do a birdhouse, I would use PETG, not PLA, because PLA is actually biodegradable.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a very good. It wouldn't be a very good birdhouse if it was biodegradable. I'm sorry, what?
So the reason I get those kind of quality and that kind of smoothness and stuff on a lot of the prints that I really want to pay attention to is that I do it super quality. So the quality of the nozzle is super low, but I'm also not using a 0.4 nozzle anymore on that printer. When I use that kind of stuff, I'm using even smaller. So I'm using a 0.3 nozzle. I forget what quality number ratio it is, but super quality at that point. And I'm also running it slow as all bird's nest. So it's taking its time, and I don't mind that because I'd rather it just take its time. And a lot of times when you're printing stuff slower with good retraction speeds and it's all dialed nice, it just comes out nice. You just anytime everyone tries to rush through prints, and a lot of people I know, it's like, oh, I can do 100 milliseconds print like.
But I say Carpenter.
That's great, but like, how does it look at the end of the day? Like, I'm sure it looks okay.
Yep, exactly.
I like smooth. I don't have to sand anything and make it look nice off the print.
You can spend that many hours, spend a few extra, and make it perfect. You're right.
But I also have like I at one point a couple of years ago I had like 5 3D printers behind me. Now I'm down to 2. So there's a variance on that too as well. If you have a lot of printers, you can spend that kind of time printing stuff.
You're right. You know, the thing is, though, you'll want to print something for yourself, and it's going to say 24 hours. As soon as you print it, an order will come through. Hey, we need this in 3 days. You're like, shit, I need this printer for that.
Yeah. So my studio right now, I partially work at home from a show that I work on in film. So once in a while, I'll be 3D printing stuff on my Ender 3 Max. And my other printer's working and stuff like that. So I'll have to stop one print halfway through just to get something done. But again, in film industry, it's amazing because nothing's like I can put it on low quality and just let it like rip through, because by the time it gets from me to the end process of the film, it's gone through so many different people and so many coats of paint, and you know, it looks like the same, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? So I don't have to worry about it. It's probably the easiest 3D printing job I ever had. It was like, I need 100 1 inch by 1.5 inch tubes. I'm like, that's it? You don't want a handle? You don't want nothing on it? Like no engraving, nothing? They're like, nope, 1.5 by 1.5 or 1 inch.
20 on a plate.
I was like, I could do that in like 2 hours. It's like because they were like really thin. I was like, okay. I don't even tell you how much I got paid to do it. I was like, I'm just gonna take the day off.
I've been doing kitchen cabinet handles. The pulls for the hardware store next door. Dude, I mean, you'd be surprised on how many they're like, well, here's a design, here, just make it. Man, they buy them quicker than the printers can print them off.
Yep. I know a guy who does custom Harry Potter handles for cupboards. That's all he does. Just Harry Potter. It's like he has different design and stuff, but it's like holy.
Marcel, what's your bed temp? What was your bed temp when you did that guy?
PETG 80. Yeah, I do 80 MIS.
80. So you're like right in the middle, yeah. Because I'm reading the character. I'm reading up on it as you guys are talking. Yeah, extruder temperature 230 to 250. You're at 240. and bed temperature 75 to 90, and you're at 80. So it's
it
okay.
all variances too. Like if you talk to somebody like Edge FPV, he lives in a higher elevation area. You
Right.
talk to somebody, say, I mean, even Florida, actually, to be honest, really, your temperature might vary a little bit, right? So it's all about as well as how much air is coming into your room, you know, how much consistent air quality is. And even it comes down to the serious point of where that stupid little thermistor is sitting in your hot end. If
Right.
it's sitting too far out and it's like sitting on the edge and it's not sitting near your nozzle, the variance is actually very different. You could maybe even set it 5 degrees than the norm, and you'll probably get better quality from what people are telling you, right?
Well,
If you
just like
tend to keep
anything
it
else,
cool.
I start out by
Boom.
printing something small to see, to see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
I run 60. I run 60 on my bed with PET G and PLA both, and never had an issue.
Yeah.
Now, when I run
Yeah, but you're-
ABS, I run like 80 to 95. But other than that, I run 60 on my glass and never have an issue.
But that's
Sticks
because
perfect.
your bed's already at 60 degrees in the norm anyway.
Exactly. I mean,
So it's adding more 60.
I've never had an issue with that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to interrupt this charming and very interesting to me conversation because it may not be interesting to everybody. Although Alexis is a 3D printer herself, she's the reason I have a 3D printer because she,
I never thought so.
my darling Alexis, sent me that printer.
She 3D printed stuff. She's showing us stuff on the channel.
Quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Nice stuff. Neat stuff. And so how you doing? Why were you late? What were you doing? Where were you?
Football.
Oh, you were watching the game.
Hmm.
How about them Giants?
How about them Giants?
Can you believe they won?
Yeah,
I
they're
can't.
pretty good.
Who was that team today? I watched that game. I didn't see that team all year, except when they played. What do you call it? The 4-11 Colts. Who cares? They should beat the crap out of them. But
Right, with Cincinnati and
I mean, did you see that Danny Dimes set a record?
I'm not really into football that much. I just try to spend some more time.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought we connected just now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, he most yards, first time ever a quarterback threw for over 300 yards and ran for over 70 yards in a playoff game ever. Can't
Well, the
believe it.
reason the Baltimore Ravens lost tonight was they were like on the 1 yard line, and the quarterback went high and tried to get the ball over, and the defensive people knocked the ball out of his hands, and they recovered it and ran 98 yards for a touchdown.
Wow.
So that was the reason that they won.
That might be the first time that's ever happened
It's going to go in the books.
in a playoff game. That's
Anyway,
very neat.
Bill, I got to run. We'll see y'all later.
All right, Robbie. Thank you for stopping in.
Bye, Robbie.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it's a lot quieter in here.
And now I can get a word in.
You disengaged with Robbie. He doesn't like football. Probably likes to talk about 3D printers.
And dinosaurs, plesiosaurs, and all these creatures in his yard.
I can stop holding my breath now. You get a
You're
word
holding
in.
your breath, Dom?
Oh God, he's just
I was holding my breath trying to get a word
he's
in.
just a friendly guy. I like Robbie. He's all right. He
You
means
Come
love
it.
on,
Robbie.
Dom.
He
Did
means
you
it.
ever get a 3D printer, Dom?
Not yet, but I'd love to get into it. I've
Oh, okay.
heavily
You're going to have to make
researched.
sure that they allow you to set it up in the restaurant there.
Yeah.
Right. Actually,
Well,
there's a guy I know
I've
who has a
heavily
backpack
researched, but I
3D
Never
just
home.
don't have the finances to purchase one.
I could see Dom with a 3D printing backpack. There's a guy
Yeah.
actually walks around in events. He has it's a Core XY. It's one of those like three things that 3 poles, and it basically 3D prints while he's walking around. It's super
Oh,
cool.
that'd be fun. No, I do have a hobbies room, so I could
There you
fit one in
I
there.
gotta say hi to
but I
Steve.
just
Hi,
don't have the
Steve
money to-
Carpenter. How you doing, buddy? Sorry, go ahead.
I don't have the money to buy it, unfortunately.
We'll have to figure it out somewhere. in
Barkley's
there.
in here. Hi,
He
Barkley.
lives next to you.
Johnny D.
You've
I'm
got an
interrupting you. I'm
inverter.
sorry.
You've got an
Yeah,
inverter
Steve
in your
has
car
like
now.
50.
Don, you
Yeah,
can
I
just
could-
print in your car.
Yeah, just print it in the car. Exactly.
Well, no, if you go to the restaurant, you sit down. I'm sorry, Mr. Dominic, we're out of sporks. Oh, no problem at all. Let me print myself a
print one
spork.
for you. Yeah.
You know, in about
Print
2 or
one
3
with you.
hours, I'll be ready to go and eat. So keep it warm.
Yeah.
You gotta have it with you. It's your safety pet. You
Mm.
gotta keep it with you at all times.
Yeah, can you stick PETG in your mouth?
No, don't do it.
I've probably had worse in my mouth. Anyway,
probably.
But that's a whole other show.
Don't be sorry, Robbie. We're glad to have you in here. Anyway,
Oh, man.
nobody speaks English. He has to get it all out when he's in here, you know, because he's got to sit there and listen to all day long, and he can't talk. Yeah,
No,
that's all
happy
right.
to have you. Happy to
You're
have
very,
you, Robbie.
very interesting. No problem. No worries, buddy. Anyway,
Cryptoman 5000 is just
Cryptoman 5000. How you doing?
I have a question.
Mm.
Charles, do you have your Batman belt on?
No.
Well, you told me you're going to be wearing that.
Well, I'm wearing, lounge pants now. They are in my regular.
And what? Batman doesn't lounge?
Who doesn't?
I know that Batman is helping keep my teeth clean.
Yay.
Yeah, there you go. You're really into toothpaste.
Batman toothpaste.
I found this in the closet. It's like, honey, where the hell did this come from? I have to show this to Alexis.
Annabelle.
I think I have some of that, Bill.
Nice, Charles.
I'm sure you do.
A toothbrush, a Batman toothbrush.
Holy tooth decay, Batman.
Yeah.
Speaking of that toothpaste, did you decide whether you liked it or not? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's on my vanity right now.
Excellent. Excellent.
I appreciate it. Can't help thinking about Uncle Bill every day for the next 18 years.
It's only how much did I send you?
24.
24 tubes of tooth. Well,
and they're big. They're not little tubes.
That's funny.
I go big or go home.
I like the pump, because you can get just the precise amount on your toothbrush.
That's a clip.
That's the only way to go. I can't seem to find them locally. So
that's a YouTube clip right there.
What's up there? I like the pump.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to get some comments.
That'll be clipped. I'm going to clip that for the next show.
Yeah, come on now. Tammy Jean, where are you? You're all over that shit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on.
My goodness gracious. We're talking about putting things in our mouth and pumping.
No, we weren't at all. It was just her.
What else did I miss?
It's okay.
Nothing.
I can't remember beyond that last conversation.
Joe, is Jim Beauchart still not coming on for a while?
He lurked a little bit early on, but no, he's still staying off the chat. Sometimes I wonder if he's mad at me.
Nah.
His name's Bordeaux Fart now, and he says no Batman doesn't lounge in his pants. It's hard to get out in his wash. What?
Yeah, that's not true.
Bulldog Fart. I never seen Bulldog Fart before.
Yeah, that's not true.
Fart. No, he's another Australian.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out.
I've met him.
He has content, 15 subscribers, but I'll subscribe.
Yeah. He's an Australian celebrity.
Oh, cool. Oh, I hit the subscribe anyway. What the hell?
Yeah, I'd like to see Jim come back when he's good and ready. I did see he put a video up and he looked good. He looks good. He looks like he's doing pretty good. And
he went to the casino and won some money recently too, I think.
Yeah, that's the video I saw. Yep.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
I mean, it looked like money. I don't know. It's Canadian money. It looks phony.
Yeah, it's probably
It's got some
Monopoly.
color at least.
Looks like Monopoly money to me.
It's got color.
Like giant Monopoly money. It's like shiny and plasticky, and it looks like you could print it.
Don't subscribe.
With a 3D printer.
I'm never disappointed. Bold. I want to say bold.
Probably printed on your Canon printer.
Ooh, a Canon printer. Top matrix.
So who didn't I say hi to during that conversation?
Your black sequin top.
Oh.
Why are you obsessing over Alexis's black sequin top?
I'm not obsessing. I'm just paying her a compliment. I'm saying she looks elegant.
In the black sequin top.
Elegant. I had a friend that used to call this my Princess Warrior top.
Princess Warrior, yeah. Xena.
Oh my.
Yep.
Yeah, you're kind of Xena-like tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the baseball cap.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not a baseball cap. It's a millionaire.
Still a baseball cap. It is.
It's when you have a bad hair day. It's really, really windy here today. I mean, like really windy.
Canadian money probably looks like Australian money. It does actually. I'm pretty sure it does. We have colorful money, right?
It's colourful. That's the good thing about the Canadian one.
Oh, but Australian money doesn't have colorful?
Australian money, yeah, we've got 5 different colours.
Yeah, see, I thought so.
Send me some, Dominic. I want to see it.
I don't have any on me personally.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the scenario. $5 notes are purple, $10 notes are blue, $20 notes are red, $50 notes are yellow, and $100 notes are green. But they're wider as you go up the denomination.
Or the cash drawers up there, like when you ring up something and the cash drawer comes out.
Yeah.
They have to have different size compartments then, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's odd.
Yep.
I mean, for us, it's odd. To you, it's normal.
And Gaffer, Bored Old Fart, has just mentioned Australia sold its colourful money technology to Canada.
So, what's the exchange rate, right? I mean, right now, what's it? Is our dollar weak or heavy over there?
70 cents. So, well, it's weaker, meaning we pay more for American goods. It's about, I think it's.
Well, it's all relative. I mean, you may be using more Australian dollars, but the Australian dollars are worth less. But it doesn't mean, but you'd get paid more of them for the same services. So
yeah. If I got US dollars, it'd be a lot more.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Just because they're called dollars doesn't mean they're dollars.
Right.
I mean, they're your dollars.
Right.
You can keep them.
Well, Dominic, I should send you some cash, and then you just change it out, keep a little for yourself, and send me some back. I like collecting. No, I really do. I like collecting like different. I've got the latest one I have is from Turkey, and their economy went to the toilet.
This is Australian dollars.
Yeah.
You have Australian dollars, huh?
They're the same width, but they're longer.
Those are Canadian.
Oh, they're the same width.
Australian dollars are much prettier.
Longer.
Those are Canadian right there.
So who is on your money?
We used to have the $5 note used to have the Queen. $10. I'm trying to remember who they all are. They're Australian people. I can't.
Well, really? Okay, that's a shocker.
Wow, blew my mind.
Yeah.
Really?
There's
famous Australian people.
Other than the $5 note, which used to have the Queen on it.
Which one is Hogan on? What's his name?
Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan's on like the. That's not a $5. This is a $5.
Interesting.
Yeah, the $5 note. Well, I'm not sure. Well, Trevor Fuss says now has the king. I haven't seen one with a king on it yet. So I think Douglas Mawson used to be on them.
The $5 has the king. Oh.
Yeah. Paul Hogan's on the $3 note.
It has the king. What, Martin Luther King?
No, King Charles. Sorry.
Okay, just checking. I don't know. Rodney King.
Could be, yeah.
Could be Martin Luther King. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day is tomorrow here.
Just said that. I know. We're gonna be very busy tomorrow.
Which domination?
Today.
Martin Luther the King, like my wife says. She can't help herself with her accent. Martin Luther the King. No, honey, he's not actually a king. That's his name. Yeah, the king. No, he's not the king.
That's
but anyway, yeah, it was cute when she said it.
Hey, Mikey, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, sweetheart.
I like Mikey. He's so sweet.
I just called him a sweetheart.
Okay.
What?
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic.
Here is the
Man.
He hangs out on my channel. I love him. He's awesome.
Jim is okay. I guess he is okay. He sent me a picture of a bolt the other day, and he asked me if I wanted a screw.
What?
Okay. You sorry. You want the answer to who's on the note?
No.
Never mind. I was talking about Jim, but I guess we'll talk about money. Go ahead.
Okay. On the $10 note, which is the blue one, it has Andrew Barton Patterson, who's a famous Australian poet.
That's my cousin.
Yep.
He owes me $5.
On the other side of it is Dame Mary Gilmore, who's also a poet.
Wait a minute. Now, do all these people have to be dead like the ones on our bills?
They have to be dead.
They seemingly are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks.
And they're
AB Patterson's no
all.
longer around, but he was very famous because he wrote Waltzing Matilda and The Man from Snowy River.
Oh, he's a songwriter.
Yeah, a songwriter. Well, he was a poet, and then it was put to music. Mary Gilmore was also a poet.
Kind of like the Psalms.
Yeah.
Why are they all poets?
I don't know why. No, but the next one that I bring up is the head. Well, he founded the Royal Flying Doctor Service or Aerial Medical Service, and the guy's name is John Flynn. So we've heard that name before. Mary Ryby was an entrepreneur. $20 note has an Indigenous inventor and writer, David Uniapon.
I wish there was a slideshow we could put up as you're saying.
Yeah, sadly. Oh, you could just maybe Google it, or
I'm imagining it. I got a very vivid.
Okay.
I got a better idea. Just send me one of each, and I'll look them over.
Yeah,
I'll take it for them.
Can you go to the cash register and just ask them to display it?
Yeah,
please.
I don't understand with the poets, and don't you have any like famous, political characters or leaders amongst men?
Tim Jackson fall asleep over
political character. Edith Cowan is on the $20 note. First female.
What is he?
First female parliamentarian.
Oh, yeah.
Do any of them? No, never mind. Forget it.
Dame Nellie Melba.
Go a little.
That's another famous Australian. John Monash, famous soldier and engineer. None of these names show any. Okay, I was going to say none of those names obviously mean anything to anybody that isn't Australian here,
or can't read. But I because it's like even English money. I've heard of the Queen. I know she's on one of them. Yeah. I've heard of those people, but these other people you're talking about, nah. No, Steve, I did not watch the SpaceX heavy launch this afternoon, and I'm very sad because if it was afternoon, that means for you it was evening here, and I would have been able to see it.
Spectacular.
Because I could, even though it's 90 something miles from here, at night I can easily see the launch, taken up.
Well, with a Falcon Heavy, you could probably read the newspaper.
What's that? Newspaper? They still have those?
Yeah, they do.
No, I knew there was a launch someday, but I wasn't paying attention, and now I'm sad. It looks really cool for my dad's now because he's like closer. He's only maybe not even 60 miles from it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. I was watching launch earlier today, too, for a bit.
Well, it's still a little bit light out. So, yeah. No, I would have seen that. Look at the sky. It's dark. Yep.
Isn't that beautiful?
I mean, even during the day, I can see it. But at night, it looks cooler because you can see the flame. Look, see how dark it was? That would have been easy. Damn it.
Yeah.
That'd be super cool. Did it actually finally launch, too, obviously, I'm guessing? I haven't seen it since earlier this morning.
I know right where to look to.
Channel on it and stuff.
That way.
See the beginning of it.
Yeah. Well, and I guess it was successful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Sweet.
It's becoming so commonplace, though. There's times that I get notifications and I don't watch them. It's like, I'll catch the next one.
Right.
You know, that's pretty pathetic, actually.
Busy
It's
humans.
unknown.
Nowadays.
Oh wow, that's even cooler yet. Unknown payload for the U.S. Space Force.
That sounds
Ooh.
interesting.
Maybe it's got lasers to shoot down the missiles.
Maybe he'll send a present over to Putin.
It's going to release mini drones that release remote ID all over the world.
Why are you sending me over here? I thought you said I was going to be pooping.
Huh.
Let's not talk about the president. He makes me
Yep.
sad. I do have an Angus buck. Okay. Wait a minute. What does that mean?
Is he referring to Angus from AC/DC?
Angus buck.
Talk about beef?
Angus Young, guitarist for AC/DC. Because that's the first Angus I thought of.
I didn't know the British was
I was
still
right.
so.
No
I was right.
Just
It is. Yeah. Don has just put it. Angus Young from AC/DC. Yep.
Well, what's an Angus buck?
What about it?
Obviously, it's $1 with Angus Young on AC/DC.
Awesome.
Oh, is that a common thing?
The main capsule or recovery, so you know something is up. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
watched the whole Falcon Heavy launch thing, top secret, as they say, an everyday astronaut, and all of a sudden, it's like, what the heck?
Charles, I'm a little disappointed when at the beginning of the stream I said, "Hey, what's up? What's new? What you been up to?" Look at the beautiful story you could have told.
Yeah.
Why didn't you share that with the class?
Well, because everybody was focusing on Art's birthday, I didn't want to steal his thunder. My birthday was Friday.
Happy birthday! I didn't know it was your
Happy
birthday.
birthday!
Oh, happy birthday!
Finally, you turned 21.
Right?
Did I know it was your birthday?
I don't think so. I don't.
Wait a minute.
Well, I mean, you could have told me, but I drink on my stream. So
Wait.
Unless you check Facebook, no.
Charles, I got my trusty rusty pen here. Repeat. When is your birthday?
Friday.
January 13th.
Oh boy.
Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
What year?
Too many.
Okay.
Oh, come on. You're not a girl. How old are you?
No, that's
He's not telling. You're not telling us? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Well,
How old's a piece of string?
What?
He's worried about us stealing his identity.
Yeah, it's
Well, you
okay.
guys-
What's your social security
Other
number?
Jamoke, yeah. I'll email it to you.
Okay.
April 21st, 1961. Haha. Go ahead. It's okay. Mine's on the dark web already anyway.
Dark web.
It
Somebody
is.
pays me
I've
enough. I'll
got
give them my
security on my
social number. I don't
credit
care.
right now.
You know,
Hmm.
I said if somebody pays me enough, I'll give them my social number. I'll give it all to them. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I actually had to put a security watch on my credit because I'm on the dark web.
Ooh. From all those porn sites you've been going to.
I hope you guys have seen Letterkenny before.
Seen what?
Letterkenny. It's a show that's filmed here not here, but filmed in Ontario, Canada. And it's Canadian humor, but it's really funny skit comedy, super famous, and like amazingly hilarious. And they talk about the exact same kind of stuff. It's this Canadian humor, but it's very much the same of what we're just talking about just recently.
Where do you watch it at? Like Netflix or what?
I think it's Netflix. Yeah, I have to look up exactly where it
Put
is.
the link in the chat.
But they film it in my old hometown.
Bill, are you drinking tonight?
What do you think?
Drinking? Are you having Avada moments or what's going on?
I have been, but nobody's joining me. So, I've just been drinking in silence.
Avada.
Avada! Could do it like that. Avada! To say it right.
Avada!
Yeah, there you go. Skull!
Avada!
Salud! Avada! See, it's all the same thing.
It's on Hulu right now. But was on Crave or is on Crave as well. But
I think Hulu is gaining steam. There's more and more stuff coming up on Hulu.
Looks like it's on Amazon as well. So.
Oh, the Prime.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is?
Letter Kenny. It's
What?
very quick humor, Canadian comedy.
How do you spell it?
Letter Kenny, as in letter A or letter B, letter, and then Kenny, as in Kenny.
Oh, Letter Kenny.
Letter what?
Letter Kenny. Letter
I think I pretty much made it very clear.
I think you did. Got it. Letter Kenny. I don't know what, and it's funny, huh?
Yeah. No, it's hilarious. If you like that kind of quick comedy, like you have to be really paying attention, but it's really quick. But it's like it's very kind of much like Mighty Python, but like Canadian style, like old school. Where those two guys that used to always do Bob and Bill McKenzie or whatever.
You have to pay attention because it's really quick. You've used that line before, haven't you?
Bob and Doug McKenzie. Bob and Doug McKenzie stuff. Like quick humor, like Kids in the Hall. You guys remember? You ever watch Kids in the Hall?
Oh, yeah, they're back on again. And I tell you what, they were funnier when they were younger because now they're it's just nothing but, I mean, they go for the low-hanging fruit constantly. It's just filth.
Yeah, it's like that shit.
They were funny.
Moranis actually showed up, and a couple other people from from Kids in the Hall showed up in some of the episodes. Spoiler alert.
I was very disappointed. I saw Kids in the Hall was on there, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I get to see." And I watched it. And it's like us telling dirty jokes at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I think they did like a season remake that they tried to do, and it just didn't hit. It's hard. It's like if Tom Green tried to redo their thing, it just wouldn't hit. You know what I mean? It was a time and place for all that kind of stuff, really.
They weren't
anymore.
I think they were just better back then. The humor, and and some stuff lasts forever. Monty Python is still funny.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I watched it with a couple of buddies of mine, and we laughed, but it was like, it wasn't really like good like laughs. Like you could laugh your butt off. We're just like some of the jokes are just like it's not just because it was just overplayed. It's just like it just doesn't fit anymore in our day's society. And I didn't feel like a lot of us were just like, Like
it might be that you've watched it too many times.
That too. I love Monty Python to be a point, but yeah, it's just like.
What were you watching the show or were you watching the movies?
Sometimes you're almost like waiting for the punchline too, because you've watched it so many times. That's another hard part, right? It's like you've seen it, you know what's coming. You're just waiting for those punchlines, and you're just like, "Oh, that's a great spot," and you're just like.
Yeah. Were you watching the show or were you watching the movies?
Both. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Some of those skits on the show, like the parrot sketch.
Life of Brian's amazing.
Never gets old.
Life of Brian's amazing. But you're waiting for the next thing.
Oh, look, it's done.
Oh,
look, it's done. Oh, look, it's done.
Where's my camera? Is there? There's my camera. Hello, camera.
Right in front of you.
Hi, Don. Don, you look like you've been drinking or something.
5 o'clock shadow.
Letterkenny is nothing like Monty Python.
No, nothing at all.
All right. The dead parrot sketch.
But Letterkenny is really good.
Okay.
It gets a bit repetitive.
Spam. Oh, like spam. Spam. Wonderful spam. Yeah, I'm not a Monty Python fan at all.
How old is that, Bill?
Yeah.
Huh?
How old is your spam?
I beg your pardon. Oh, this. Okay, this is
gross.
Oh, let's get rid of. We don't need Charles Skaliski's. We'll get rid of that comment there. We'll do that. Spam, and then we do this. Spam. Golden Honey Grail, Wicked Awesome Spam-A-Lot Collector's Edition.
How long have you had that?
Somebody gave this to me.
That's amazing.
Monty Python Spam-A-Lot, and a crazy tasty. This expired. Let me see.
Collector's edition for sure.
Best by March 2011.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, go ahead. You're
Oh,
on.
that's still edible.
12 years out. Go ahead and open it up.
Damn,
Try
it's like the cockroach of the meat industry. This is fine. Trust me.
It's still edible.
It says Best Buy.
Best Buy.
And best is a very subjective term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no best before, so you're good.
Yeah, no. Hey, or no.
Well, you
Isn't it
remember
cool,
when we were
Steve?
kids,
You might
kangaroos were
die
good until they
before.
bloated. Is it
It's
bloated?
not. It's no. It's
Well, then
fine.
it's good.
Yeah, it's fine. If the end times come, I'm prepared.
Yeah. As soon as you crack it, then that's the bad after that. Like you don't want to do anything else.
I will never
that.
eat this.
You
This
get rid
is
of it.
pretty
Feed
neat.
some hamsters and make them grow into like Teenage Mutant
I've got
Ninja
something
Mutants.
similar. I'll be right back.
Super hamsters from Spam.
Yeah, they last forever. It probably gets better. Well, it doesn't get worse. Probably gets better with age.
Exactly. Steve Carpenter says.
You know what? I'm sorry, but you know what? I lived in Pennsylvania for 27 years. They have Scrapple. Have you guys had Scrapple?
Scrapple.
Yeah, Scrapple. It's like you threw a pig into a wood chipper.
Wow.
And then you just smash it, and it's Scrapple is like low grade spam.
Automatic 6,000.
Yeah, it's not dark at all.
It's a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. They have it with eggs.
Yeah, Scrapple's good.
Huh? You like Scrapple?
Scrapple's good.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
like
put
it?
the eggs through the wood chipper as well? Like, what the heck's going
Yeah,
on?
it's not good. I wouldn't eat it by itself, but
No, it's very commonly fried, crispy, and served with eggs. Kind of like Spam is more ham-like, whereas Scrapple is more like what the fuck is this? But
Scrapple's all the other parts.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
And Spam is just pig's knuckle.
I thought
It is. It's mechanically separated.
Sorry, the word moose knuckle came into my mind. I was thinking something else.
Yeah, I'm not even going there with that one. I'm just staying with the blue.
I suggest you let that one marinate.
Is that what it is? Pig knuckle?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
If you let it marinate, you might get stuck in
Did you work in a spam factory at one point in your life? Or?
No, how do I know anything, Bill?
I don't know.
I come up with the weirdest things that are stuck in my brain from somewhere that I don't know where it came from, but it's there.
You seem to know a lot of shit. I'll tell you that. Where's
I could just be making up a lot of shit. You don't know.
Just knows where to stick fingers.
I trust you with all my heart and soul, and love and respect you. Where's my glasses?
He just knows where to
Where'd
put his-
Alexis go?
I don't know. She
She
spammed
was
off.
here and she disappeared. I really just joined because she joined.
Let me see if I can read this now. As seen on TV.
Tim says he's Pennsylvania Dutch, though. What the? I don't get it.
I'm back.
There she is. Hi, Alexis.
Fully cooked, ready to eat cold or hot.
That stuff.
It's not as good as Monty Python, but here's some Batman cereal. That's
Of
never
course,
been
you got
opened.
some more Batman merch.
You know, I've never read this can. Can I read this to you guys before you continue with this?
Yes, read
I'm
the
sorry,
can.
Alexis. Let me read the can.
Let me read the can.
I've never read it before. I've had this thing for 10. No, I've had it for longer than
It's
that.
obviously full of jokes. Why didn't you read it?
God.
Well, because the type is like it's smaller than
Why didn't you have somebody with younger eyes read it for you?
Dominic's nose hairs. Actually, when this was given to me, I was younger. And fully cooked, ready to eat, cold or hot.
Yeah.
Taketh thine spam slices and fry it thusly for exactly 2 minutes. No more, no less. Look, they're doing the jokes. They're doing the jokes.
One should not fry it for 5 minutes, nor shall one fry it for 2 minutes, less
It continues.
on to 3.
Wait, it continues. 1 minute is too little, and yet 3 minutes be far longer than thou needeth. Then thou shalt flippeth the spam, and repeateth these instructions until it be crispy and browned upon both sides of this most tasty provision. It's hard. It's still, even with these glasses on, it's so small it's hard to read. The resulting divine creation shalt be, lobbed into thine mouth rapidly. For this is the law of spam golden honey grail. Oh my gosh, they really went nuts with this. It's hysterical.
Well,
And according to this, ingredients porn. It's got porn. It's pork with ham, honey granules, sugar syrup, honey, water, modified potato starch, salt, sugar, and sodium nitrate. So what's pork with ham? Okay. I don't know. You got the moose knuckle from.
Is that where this all came from? Moose knuckle?
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. If I remember right, it is
so confused where this
a lot of the meat that they could not get out. They had to mechanically separate and form it into spam.
And then on this side with the ingredients,
spam can. Yeah, right.
Then on the legal side here, it says federal regulations prevent us from putting any funny words in this area, but if we could, it would certainly be a hilarious reference to Monty Python's Spamalot, and with such medieval flair as to consume you with riotous laughter.
Right.
That's pretty funny.
Very good.
Sponsored by the Spamalot Chamber of Commerce and the Crazy Tasty Committee for a More Flavorful America. Crazy Tasty. What is your quest? To wonder at the marvel of a brilliant new musical with lots of singing, dancing, and fake swordplay? Or is your quest simply to enjoy the perfect sandwich? To find something better to have your eggs whilst in the morning shade of your finest shrubbery? Well, noble crusader.
I want the shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
I want the shrubbery.
Look ye no further. This golden honey and premium pork treat will fulfill your every want. You peckish knobby avatar.
Oh.
That's pretty great. Okay, I just read everything on here.
If you sell it on the go ahead.
You say peckish knobby avada?
Avada!
It's the first time I've read that can in all these years. Isn't that funny?
Now, Bill, if you go to eBay, you can sell it for around $50.
Really? Is that how much it is right now?
Well, somebody's got as a buy it. No, I'm sorry. That's $50 starting 0 bids. But another person put it on. He's got 2 bids. It's $20.50 plus $13.65 shipping. There's not very many on here for sale, though.
People ate it.
You know?
Crazy as that sounds.
That's the only
Probably because it's illegal to sell expired food stuff.
I guess you're not
probably
selling
as
it
a
as
collectible.
Don't sell it as food, I guess. I used to have the guy that gave that to me was an amateur author. He wrote a few books and had them published on Amazon like that. An old fella, not really nice guy. I'm sure he's long gone because he was pretty old when he gave that to me 10 years ago, 12 years ago. But yeah, so I'll keep it because Dave gave it to me. That's that. In a hat. Jack.
True.
Okay.
Spam. Okay, now I'm sorry I interrupted you, Alexis. You were showing us something
You did
cool
not
there.
interrupt me. I've got more stuff to do. Look, okay, so we've got the Batman. This is back when Batman v Superman was coming out. The cereal.
Cool.
I don't know what I guess they look like little bats.
Why did you say Martha?
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Line.
It's like both of their names were Martha.
Yeah, that's the stupidest.
You got to have something to get him out of trouble. Then you got this little box. Same thing, unopened.
I gotta make. I'm sorry. You want to make her big? There you go.
And then, last but not least, Chef Boyardee.
Batman shaped.
I just have the Batman toothpaste.
I've got the unopened Dr. Pepper 12 packs stuck back there somewhere.
If you get the Batman XXX can, you get the Catwoman version. Get Catwoman. Oh yeah.
Wait, what? What?
What?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
This was Best by July of 2019. The rest of these are 2017. So that's my expired food.
Okay.
Which I shall remove.
How long are you going to be on for?
Hold it back up, Charles. There
Charles
you go.
had show off his macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
R2D2.
there we go.
Beep, boop, boop, beep. Okay, that's neat. Are you ever going to eat that? Are you gonna keep it like that because it's a collector's item?
Bill, how long are you going to be on? I've just got to head out for 5 minutes.
Did you just ask me how long? A little personal. I was going to shut it down at 12, but that was 26 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say at this point. At least a half hour.
So you're going to be another 5? You're going to be here for 5?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll go to 1 o'clock. That's 3 hours. That's more than long. We ran out of things to say clearly a long time ago.
Yeah, okay. I'll rejoin in about 5 minutes. I've just got to...
Okay.
A long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. That's go for it, Dom. We'll be waiting for you.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
Love you. Get out.
Okay,
all right. Dom, we wouldn't even have noticed if you just,
Oh, come
no.
on.
I mean, I love Dominic, but Dominic will sit there and not say anything for an hour and a half. So if he had just left for 5 minutes and came back, he could have put a picture of himself there. We wouldn't have known the difference.
He could have left, and when he comes back, either you're here or you're not.
Good night, Mike. You see, Dom left, and now Michael Wright wants to go. Like, see what happened, Dominic? You're wrecking the show.
Killed it.
I don't even know.
That's it. Reset. Start it again.
Mark, you have to stay to the end of the program. You see, that's a true fan. See what he says? It means I have to be up until 6 a.m. That's a true fan. That's my English fans right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. He's here for Alexis. He was waiting the whole time for her to show up, and now she's not here.
That's the only reason I joined, is because the Alexis shows up.
Well, I'm back.
Yeah, it's a bit hurtful, Don.
Well, I'm sorry I was late.
I'm not meaning to be hurtful. I'm just trying to be honest.
Well.
Yeah, shave next time, okay? Hi, Alexis.
Hello.
Dom is here for you, so,
Yeah.
Keep doing your magic.
He's actually close enough. I could make a flight up there and get when I get my airplane back. I could fly up there and back in one day.
Any news on that?
The only news I've received is the cylinder that they sent off to the shop in Illinois. The shop in Illinois reported back and saying that it was not repairable. Can't refurbish it. So apparently the shop now has found another cylinder, which they told me they couldn't do before they sent this thing to the shop. And she said, the gal said, "Oh, we'll have one here by tomorrow." And that was like 2 weeks ago. And that's all they got to do. So I don't know what the heck they're doing.
Why don't you 3D print one out of carbon fiber?
Yeah, there you go. That'll last about 1 second.
Yeah, trust that.
That'll do it.
Why is my engine shaking?
Good night, Chris.
Yeah, so it'll get here when it gets here. I'm not stressing about it. And I'm not looking forward to the bill.
You always look forward to the bill every Sunday night.
Ooh.
Oh. Don't do that. I have a mouthful of liquid. I could choke.
That's probably the best joke of the night.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there you go. We're gonna have to have a
set up and knock it down.
Should we all take a drink and let him tell the joke again? We can do a spit take.
No, I think we're okay.
Oh God, he's getting out of the book.
Oh Lord. I didn't find anything for a giveaway tonight. I apologize. Probably rummaged.
You don't need to give anything away,
Alexis.
Your generosity is just ridiculous.
The best giveaway you could do is give us a nice big smile.
Oh.
Nice big smile.
You can do better than that. Come on. Come on. Oh, look at that.
I call them cheeseburger smiles.
Cheeseburger?
I tell Jeff every day. Every day that when I drop him off to work, I take a picture of him because he wears a different cartoon necktie every single day of the year.
Cool.
He has more ties.
Those guys.
Oh, I'm serious.
That's awesome. I love that.
So I always tell him, I say cheeseburger because he wears he's known by his cowboy hat.
Yeah.
His cartoon neckties.
Oh,
tomorrow is going to be Gumby. Gumby is going to be his necktie for tomorrow.
That's awesome.
And so every day. So yeah. So anyway, that's where I get that from. I tell him cheeseburger, smile.
Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
Chip.
Okay. So Friday of last week, there he is.
No Coke, Pepsi.
I'm dropping him off to work, and I'll zoom in on his tie. I can't probably tell that, but that's strawberry shortcake. That's his nickname.
Ah, that's
And then
great.
the day before that,
Is he a doctor? What is he?
he's a physician assistant.
Medical professional.
Yeah, he's like a doctor. He writes scripts.
Well, I know what a PA.
Actually, he's the only provider for the whole clinic. The other people have
Right.
gone on.
My doctor's a PA as well.
So let's see if I can get that to focus.
Does
What's
that
up,
make people
Sunrise?
does that make people feel comfortable when he's
That-
putting
you
the
can
rubber
really tell
putting the
that.
rubber glove on and checking their?
Yeah, he doesn't. He does skin. He's allergy, asthma, dermatology, and sometimes pediatrics. That was Yogi Bear, Fred Flintstone, and George Jetson, and they were playing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And the day before that, it was Tony the Tiger.
Hey, Don fell off the couch again.
See that? That's Tony the Tiger. Those aren't really coming through too good, are they?
I hear the ice falling into the. That's so cool.
Sounds like
that
it's
was
going
ice.
on.
I thought that was something else.
No, it's ice. He's getting it. He's getting himself a cocktail.
You look so
Oh,
tall,
a
Don.
cocktail, eh?
Don, you look tall.
Yeah. Steady
Yeah,
proud.
baby. Now, what is that?
You're in a cup.
This is bird dog.
Huh?
Bird dog.
Bird
You
dog.
don't-
Oh,
You're not going to drive, are you?
Bird dog.
Anytime soon?
What's
No
up, bird
driving
dog?
done.
Is that gin? No, it's not. It's whiskey.
Depends on the mood my wife is in.
Did you know, as a lumberjack, I've cut down exactly 2,417 trees? I know because every time I cut one, I keep a log. How did the mathematician resolve his constipation problem?
God, here we go.
Worked it out in a pencil?
Worked it out with a
I
pencil.
might have to leave if this is going to happen. I already watched this on our stream for like half an hour. That was good, but my God.
A limbo champion walks into a bar.
No.
He's no longer the champion.
No. No. No.
He walked into the bar.
I like that one.
Literally.
It is so bad.
I like that one.
Yeah, because you know what they did? They put the actual funny jokes on the cover, so you thought the book was going to be full of funny jokes, and you open it, and it's things like,
Everything
"What
else
the
is
f
shit.
is this?"
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Phyllis. Phyllis who? Fill his cup up with water, please.
you
I'm
bought
so
a
thirsty.
joke book. Oh my God, you did it.
You fooled me.
You did the
Hello,
thing.
Andrew.
We're getting chats here. Bill is so shroomed out he does not even see me in here. Ha ha
No.
ha. Doc Murdoch.
Hi, Doc. Doc, I sent you a link. You could just come in here.
I think he's in the stream. You just haven't seen him in the back room.
Well, that's the first time, though. Come on, we're on nearly for 2.5 hours.
I haven't
Finally
seen
shows
Doc Murdoch
up. Ladies and
forever.
gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, the very famous and lovely. Hold on, Brand. I need sound effects for this guy.
He's not even here anymore.
There we go.
Hey, Doc.
I tried to mention it, Doc. I'm sorry.
At other times, it's more like, if it'll do it. Oh, now it's not going to do it. There it goes.
Yeah, Doc, you know that I'm the one that hooked you up. Bill would never have noticed.
I know he is so shroomed out on on that mushroom lamp.
After 2.5 hours, I was not expecting. Look, I have the window small, so you were down off the screen. Off the
I'm getting
screen.
made fun of in the chat for this right here, but still I'm observant.
Okay.
That's right.
In any
That's
case,
right.
I didn't see you down there. Sorry about that. Actually, Alexis didn't see my bill.
You were so
Upgrade,
small.
Come to the peanut gallery. Come on.
I'm always
upgrade.
so small.
You're just that big. Just that big.
That's what Mama tells me too. It's like,
Your mama told you you're that big?
that big.
Strange family.
She still
Okay.
stays with me though, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Look
shrooms.
what I printed with
There's
that
your
printed.
shrooms. Yes, those are those magic shrooms.
Look at the size of that apple.
Wow. And how did you light that, Bill? That's really good.
Isn't that cool?
That is
It's
very
got
cool.
it's got a
It's a
3.5.
3 watt.
I know, Don. I know. I've talked about it.
Yes.
Incessantly. I understand on several different streams. I actually see the. Just wait. Hold on. See back.
It's a lamp. It's got a cord. You see the cord? It's got a 3.5 watt LED in there.
Fuck you. And you got a cord there, and it goes inside there, and it's got a socket. And
it's got rainbow silk on the outside.
Yeah, that's rainbow silk. All right. All right. Screw
So,
you.
Don knows everything about it.
Did you paint that, Bill?
No.
No, it's printed that way. Rainbow silk.
It's rainbow. It's rainbow PLA. It changes color as it goes on. You know, and it's 3 different pieces. It's different pieces. You got the dome with the holes in it, and then I had to print 9 of those little white caps to stick in the hole, and then I had the base. Which how long did the base take me to print, Don?
What? How would I know?
You knew everything else.
Bill, you could have just gone down to Walmart and bought the Chinese version of it.
23 hours.
26.
Okay.
So what's the material?
What the hell?
That was just the base. The dome was like 16, 17, and then like 9 of them.
What was the material, Bill?
Well, shit.
PLA. The base is PLA plus. The dome is PLA silk rainbow shit, whatever that is. You know.
No.
You know what these guys don't understand?
Regular PLA for the, but it says silk.
Like this,
My estimate was pretty good. You have to admit, Bill.
You gotta respect, man. You're a builder. You're making something out of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect, man. People
And it was $7.99 on the Walmart clearance shelf.
Hey, Bill, what?
You know, but you
Sorry,
can make
Doc,
it
wait,
yourself.
Doc, I can't quite hear you. Wait, say that again.
Yeah, it was $7.99.
Okay. Oh, what happened
Not
to you?
that
Where'd you go? Oh, there you go.
Hey, Bill,
Not that
what
color, not that style. Not
What are
that
the
way
dimensions?
made.
God, we're all talking at the same freaking time.
Customization is the best part of all that.
What are the
crap you
dimensions?
could buy off a clearance shelf,
The
but
dome
it's
is 6
for sale
inches wide.
because
Wow.
The height.
exactly what you want. You could make it.
The dome is 6 inches. I don't know, and with the base, it's probably about. I don't know what the height is completely put together. Probably about.
Don't go there.
10 inches, maybe.
Don't go
The
there.
dimensions are 3 unless you count time, and then you might add a fourth one there.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna go measure it and get myself a drink. I'll be right back.
There we go.
Hey, make sure you rattle the ice.
Oh, I'm gonna drop it from the roof.
Was it that loud?
Right
I have
off my.
I have my headphones on.
Yeah, you had
why.
your headphones on. We heard it the whole way.
Hours.
I'm used to being by the computer and leaving the mic there.
Yeah,
and I carried the mic with me. Oh my god.
Yeah, you carried the mic right with you.
I'm glad I didn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah, glad you didn't do the flush. It would have been one of these things.
Like, what the heck?
And then it would have been.
I haven't seen you, Doc, since you were. Doc, I haven't seen you since you were helping me set up my Mac with dual screens.
I've been real busy. Yeah, got a lot of construction done on the house, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah, got the front porch all built, got the deck, the roof all built. So now I can put the bathroom on. Finally.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, we've been needing that second bathroom really bad. So, hopefully this week I'll get it all done. So that'll be real good.
Any flying?
No, I have just been every day working on all this stuff. So we still got to put the actual shingling material up, the underlayment and the shingles, but we got to order it.
You're doing shingles, not slate or anything.
No, oh God, no. No, we're doing, and I call it shingles because it's shingles, but it's single layer rolls, but it's designed for flat roofs. Yeah. So it's like a peel and stick kind of stuff. Oh, and once it's stuck down, it ain't coming up.
So you actually have a flat roof.
Well, the section that I built is fairly flat. Yeah. So, yep. So that's why we're doing Charles? That. So, Charles, wake up.
You all right, buddy?
When I lived in New Mexico, we had a metal roof.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, you got to get your airplane done, Lexus. Tell them get off the dime.
Yeah, they're just doing what they can do. I guess that's all we're waiting on. He said the rest of the plane checked out really good on the annual. So it's just been sitting there.
What's wrong with the cylinder? It's like, unless the thing's
it had
horribly cracked.
It had a crack in it.
Did it?
It wasn't horrible, though. He said it was like a hairline crack. So he sent it out to refurbish because he said he couldn't find a new one.
Right.
So then the shop just recently said they can't fix it. They can't refurbish it. So then they found another one. So I don't know if this is used, news, or indifferent. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't flown since November 8th. Very loud ice, Don.
That's perfect.
That's Bill. I apologize for my eyes earlier. I didn't realize I was carrying my microphone.
I've never heard of this ugly dog.
It's 6 inches. I was right about the dome because I knew that because I printed it. But put together, the height I was wrong. It's about 7.5 inches high. So there you go. That's the story.
Steve, we don't get soloed out here. Come on, man.
Canary bourbon whiskey.
Peanut butter.
Interesting.
And you know it's quality. You know it's quality because
the show is going to go on for about 2.5 more hours now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm not.
It's getting ready to get interesting.
I've been drinking this all night, Alexis. It's okay.
It's only 9:41 in the Western time.
I am rather comfy, Andrew.
Curtis Dart's even joined us.
I would say out of all of us, Don, you look the most comfortable.
Yep, I am.
And then after that, Charles comes up close.
Oh yeah, Charles is all slack there, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can do better.
On, you know.
Well, I can do better. Hold on just a second.
Charles has his pajamas on.
You'll probably hit your mouth though.
Lounge pants.
Not me. I still have my big cup of tea.
Oh, look at Don.
Sounds like Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, guy.
Mudball's now falling off the
Steve, I actually like it as much or better than Screwball. As Don will complain, Screwball's a bit sweet.
Yep.
This is not. And this is, they claim, real Kentucky bourbon. The only Kentucky bourbon peanut butter whiskey, according to their bottle. Would you like me to read the bottle?
Well, wait a minute. Isn't that what the last bottle said, too? And the one before that?
And does it really taste like peanut butter?
Yeah.
It tastes like this, yeah, ish.
Bird Dog. Wow, that's great. I've never heard these brands.
I'm drinking.
He's got a bird dog, and Uncle Bill's got an ugly dog.
I just got a little dog. Darn thing.
Nothing substitutes for good old Kentucky bourbon whiskey, except maybe peanut
I just read
butter
the
and Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
label. This thing says contains peanuts. Am I not supposed to be eating this if I have a peanut allergy?
Is that
I
what
don't know. I would suggest not drinking peanut. I would suggest not drinking peanut flavored things.
Have you looked in the mirror in the bit, Don? Like your face.
Look who's here, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Dominic. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Hey, Dom.
Come back.
Hey.
Yeah.
What are we talking about a mirror for?
A mirror for?
You got what?
A what?
Yes, check for the swelling, after, drinking your peanut allergy.
After your nuts. Yeah, your nuts.
I don't have any allergies.
Yeah, check your nuts.
Oh, God.
That's what a mirror's for.
The only thing I'm allergic to is, the sudden stop at the bottom of a fall,
Right, you're not offended by the vertical video.
The chimes.
Hi, Dom.
15 minutes.
Shit.
Really,
Where I put my... There it is.
Yeah, who's got the cuckoo clock, Bill?
Yeah.
That would be me.
Cuckoo late.
Why is it chiming at
That's why I normally do this from downstairs.
Yeah. No, Dom, cuckoo clocks actually chime every quarter hour.
What?
So at least the good ones do.
So yours is probably made with real peanut oil, since there's a warning on it. Because for that, mine does not have the warning, but it does say it's made with real peanut butter flavor.
Would you look at those?
So that means nothing.
That
means
means
nothing.
It's not peanut butter, yeah.
Yeah, no,
real
flavor.
peanut flavor.
What kind of butter is used? Can you tell us about the butter?
Well,
I mean, it was $20. What do you want?
Mine is made for people who aren't scared to put nuts in their mouth.
Ooh. Chewy, crunchy, but not
This is good.
too much.
I like
Just
this
the
stuff.
right amount of salt.
So Don, you would like you would
Thirsty for more, as they say.
Oh God.
Don, please come out of your shell. This
Goes down
His one arm is stuck. His arm is stuck. He can't help it.
I'm not even sure I could do that.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
I
where
want
his
to try.
puppet skills come in. He has to get that stretch in every once in a while.
Well, the problem is, my arm has, muscles on it, so I can't really quite get it, around that.
Oh, son of a beach.
My neck hurts now.
I don't even know where the camera
Doc,
is
you
on this
sexy
thing.
man.
Don, you would like this. It's not particularly sweet, and it tastes like bourbon, and it's got a peanut buttery flavor, and I bet you would like it.
Oh, man.
Tim, what are you doing eating dinner? You're in Australia, aren't you?
Oh, Steve, you're enjoying some Black Label Jameson? Well, Avada.
I thought,
We're ignoring the
DJI
chat.
sucks.
We're ignoring the chat. Our friend Steve Carpenter says, Avada!
No, DJI sucks.
I think that was a way we could go somewhere.
Hey, Lloyd, look who popped in. Lloyd is in the chat.
Hi, Lloyd.
Holy
Hi,
smokes.
Lloyd.
What are you doing up so late, Lloyd? Good Lord.
Yeah, the grumpy vlogger. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
He always shows up at least a part of it.
Yeah, he does. He usually does.
It looks like he said he slept through the first part of the show. When you guys were talking about 3D printing.
Well, he has to take a nap before he goes to bed. He's actually told us that. Yep. He's actually told us that. Shalante. Yep. There you go, Andrew, with the Irish toast. I like that. Nice.
He's not up too late. He's on the same clock as I am. And right now
Tim,
coming up
so
on
you're
midnight.
having breakfast for dinner. There you go. Okay, we can go for that. I'm good on that.
Quad Mafia. I didn't know that was a persona.
Yeah.
All right. And Sam doesn't have a wrench either?
That would be Mikey.
Is it Mikey or is it his brother? I can't remember.
Well, Sam is Itchy Sack.
Yeah.
And it says he doesn't have a wrench.
Itchy Sack is named Sam?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Know that
Sam
either.
Burns.
Yeah,
I'm happy to know that because I hate saying Itchy Sack.
I love it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's Sam Burns.
I love saying it out loud. Too.
Sam's in there. You know, his YouTube's in there.
It used to be Sam and Rose. Remember when Sam and Rose used to come in? That's Itchy Sack.
Right.
Okay.
So who's on Quad Mafia then?
I don't know. I didn't know Quad Mafia was a actual name.
I thought it was more of a group than a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Sack and Quad Mafia.
Yeah, it's a group thing.
Oh. Now I'm a little concerned. Let's see who the hell this is. Hold on. Let's go to the channel.
Okay, so he's got both of them
Oh,
running.
shit. I hit him. All right, I unhit him. I hit the wrong thing. Sorry.
You hit him? Well,
I hit him. The thing
again.
moved up on me.
Whoops.
I unhit him.
I hit him.
See, that's what you
kinda
get for
like,
asking to be Smurf, Sam. You got Smurfed all right.
All right. I made him. I fixed it, I think.
You think?
I think. Let's go to his channel. Let's see. Is there a channel? Yeah, it's them. Quad Mafia.
Okay, there he is.
Yeah. It was an accident.
Oh, okay. Sam has the Quad Mafia channel. All right.
Okay. Sam and Rose, FPV Master. Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, yeah, you had the wrench when you were Itchy Sack.
Yeah.
Why did you change? Why are you being slick? What's going on?
He's hiding.
I know.
He's in hiding.
Yeah, as Quad Mafia, that'll really, be difficult to see. Hi, Tim Jackson. You still awake?
Well, you said it's 4:00 there.
Oh, let me see.
4
12:50.
o'clock in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
in the afternoon. He came home from work.
Yeah, but it's also tomorrow for him, so
Yeah.
he's at work probably.
Yeah, it's the end of the day tomorrow already.
Yeah, how's the weather look tomorrow?
I wish it worked that way.
Not bad here.
There's just nothing happened. It's just all
Dominic, you're back.
Yeah, I said the weather's not bad here. I don't know what it's like further north of me.
Okay. Dominic, next time you got to leave for 5 minutes, just put a picture there.
Yeah, okay.
No card stock.
No.
You can be on every channel there is.
Oh, there's a few that I've missed out on. So
Just by printing
trying
a
to get
channel.
on everyone.
Just tilt your head down, take a still shot, and leave it. We'll just think you're reading the chat.
Oh my goodness!
Don't give me any ideas.
See, then I read this. I mean, are you just setting this up for the layup with that? I go both ways. Does Rose know about that?
Why do you think he has the itchy sack?
Gotcha.
Oh boy.
No, Tim jumped right on that. Why, you interested, Tim? Oh my. We should have Tim in here because I don't feel like making fun of any of you guys.
Why not? Make fun of you all the time.
I know that's okay. I got broad shoulders. It's all right.
I ask for it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Look at me. I'm ready for it. You just tear me up. I don't care.
Alexis and Dom and Charles are way too quiet.
I get the feeling you won't remember anyway, Dom. Just saying.
Well, I already ribbed on Dom and Charles already. You know, Charles with his hair gel and Dom with the lemon pledge.
Ooh,
It's shining. You got the sun shining off it now. We can't hardly even see anything.
I'm jealous. I wish I had more sunlight.
Don doesn't use product. He looks like Mo Howard.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
You wish you looked like that guy. You wish.
I wish.
Hot temperatures, yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't want to die. There's no future in it. Yeah. That's my favorite line from all their shows. Yeah.
They had a couple good ones, without a doubt.
Mine would have to say, that's not a vernacular, it's a derby.
It's a dweeby.
That's not a vernacular, that's a dweeby.
It's a dweeby.
I like the hospital ones. When they're paging them. So well,
Alexis,
not going to be cold here.
Honey, you've gotten really quiet. What's going on over there?
Bring her in here.
I am just enjoying y'all.
Are you enjoying the stream?
Your navel, Bill.
Are you enjoying the stream? Are you?
I love you guys. You're
I'm
my
glad.
social life. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I get kind of lonely for human interaction because I got 5 dogs and 5 cats here, and Jeff's usually gone. So,
yep.
I look forward to it. Last week we were at the party, so that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of socialites though. Stuffed shirts, doctors and such.
Speaking of stuffed shirts, back when this T-shirt was made, I think I was smaller. It's more like a girdle. Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel taller.
Darn, I don't got my pocket knife in.
When was the Tea Party a thing? That was a while ago, right?
Yeah,
Oh no, Bill. The only thing I can think of is a freshly popped tin of biscuits.
Okay.
Wood?
It kind of sounds like this when you open them, right, Don?
A tin of biscuits? Oh, I forget.
You ever-
Missouri. No. What's a tin of biscuits?
Have you ever had have you ever popped open biscuits?
No.
Like
you mean
biscuits?
A tin
you
of
mean in a roll?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you pop them.
Like Poppin' Fresh? Are you
Yeah.
calling me the fucking Poppin' Fresh boy?
No, I'm saying that shirt is
Shots
working
fired,
overtime.
Bill. Shots fired, Bill. Poke him in the belly. Shots fired.
Actually, I do know what the look like, though.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry.
We got some from the military one time, and surplus stuff.
Can't be.
So yeah.
This is not just belly. I mean, this is yes.
Well, we'd rather have it popping fresh than popping stale. I mean.
As long as, you know, at my age, as long as it's popping at all, I'm good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that earlier. What was it? Chicago deep dish pizza.
That's the problem, Sam. This is a double X. Unfortunately, that's
Marcel,
not
are you
big.
trying to start a fight?
Double
Nope,
X is
I'm trying
not
to
big
go
enough.
back to the beginning of the stream. I'm trying to recycle the stream back to the beginning again. But
Well, all Bill would have to do is pull out the joke book for that, Marcel.
Yeah.
See, Sam thought he was insulting me by calling me a double X. I wish.
Oh man,
3 X's.
That's hilarious.
Only one here, and it's loose.
That's where it all started. Yeah.
I've only been married once.
No, I've been married 3 times. Well, 3 times. Well, three's
Triple X.
coming up.
So you're a triple X.
No, I have 2 X's. I'm still married to the third one.
Well, that's the future third one, right?
Not going in. Not at this stage.
Come on.
No. Look how adorable he is.
She still likes me. I no clue what's going on there, but you know.
You don't hear her rooting for you to fall off the roof when you go up there and fly in your drones, huh?
No. She's a very strong-minded.
Number on the phone, right?
She's a very strong-minded.
She does have the number. There you go.
Strong-minded, independent. You know, if she didn't want me here, I wouldn't be here.
All right.
Yeah,
for sure. You got it good, buddy. You got it good.
No. If she didn't want me, I'm telling you, I'd be afraid to fall asleep.
Right.
So,
hey, just because he's in Florida, she'd find a way to bury him deep.
She'd write a name on his skin and bury it in the backyard.
Yep.
Oh man.
Well, see, the thing is, I look at it this way: after 2 divorces, if something goes wrong here, it's probably my fault. So I would go. She could have the house, she could have the car, she could have all the stuff because she deserves it, because she works very hard, and she does. And that's I've said that, and it's the truth. I could always start over somewhere else.
Yep.
I didn't marry her to wreck her life, you know. Wow, it's getting really deep in here. Stop talking this
Holy
shit.
smokes! Did you notice Rose is in the chat now, or is that just Sam on?
Oh, hi, Rose. Oh, it could be.
He just appeared.
He does go both. He does go both ways. He said
Yeah,
so.
he definitely goes both ways.
Nice, Steve.
Sam is a nut. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you feel like a nut.
Steve is leaving us.
Sometimes you don't.
Have a good night, Steve.
Have a good night, Steve Carpenter.
Mr. Carpenter, it's always a pleasure to have you come in here. Next time, you know, if you want to, you should join the channel. Join the panel. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Channel,
Lambo.
panel.
Like Lambo. Like what the frick, Lambo? He's always driving somewhere, though.
Yeah. That is true. Although Lambos are kind of neat to drive.
But he's never driving a Lambo.
Oh, man.
No, he's always driving the Zambo.
Yeah, Lambo.
He's got to give himself a Lambo then, yeah?
I know,
Like,
right?
I think it's probably cooler to drive the Zambo.
It is.
I don't
really
know.
cool.
Countach 5000 SC? Yeah.
No, I think the Zambo still beats it.
I don't know.
We love seeing you, Lambo. Come on into the panel sometimes, buddy.
Well, Steve, you're leaving. You want the link now? I'll send it to you.
Off Grid might be getting some PC power.
Oh, there you go, Bill. See what Rose says.
Yes, I put it up there.
No Rose and no Sam's, my bitch.
Yeah. Okay. From now on, Steve, I will send you the link. Sorry about that. You don't always come. It's not a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, can I request to be off that mailing list?
I don't mail it. I send it directly to you through our direct messenger chat, and you know that. And suck it. Hold on a second here.
Hey, Don, just be glad he doesn't do it in a group one, right? Where he sends it to this giant group of people.
Yeah, I sent you the link. You coming in?
Somebody join my chat, please.
I've done many channels all by and many streams all by myself.
Hey, you have done a few, and not too long ago either, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were all busy or something. I don't know.
You did a whole stream where you're by yourself for like 30 minutes, and then people started joining when you were at work, even.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I actually like the one you did when you jumped on Matt's stream when you were streaming on your channel at the same time. I still got to pick your brain on how you did that.
Yeah,
that's OBS.
You know, I had it was on OBS, and I opened up a stream with OBS, and I was using OBS as my virtual camera. On their channel. So when I opened up the stream on my channel, you could hear them, which was pretty cool. There was no feedback. There was no anything, and they could hear them. And you could hear them on my channel. And then what I did was I got creative, not creative so much, but I shared that window of that channel. I mean, I added that as in through OBS.
Yeah,
and that became my virtual camera, and so their panel showed up on my channel.
Nice,
right? But my window on their channel became that, which was like a vortex into the 17th dimension.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the rest of them, they all looked good and they sounded good and it worked well.
Yeah, cool. That's a neat little trick.
I was just playing around.
Yeah, but that's how you figure out how some of this stuff works.
Yeah. So, no, I figured it will work. I only used OBS briefly for a couple of days last year sometime. And did a stream and thought it was kind of cool, but it was too much work. And,
OBS definitely has a learning curve.
And there is that, but I mean, it's just I'd like bringing people in like this. This would be this would be a pain in the ass to do with OBS.
It is.
Yep.
Absolutely. Where it's all set up and ready to go in StreamYard. You just click and there they are. Now you can make it like that, but it's work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work actually.
There's actually a new program, a new browser program, very much like StreamYard, but also interfaces as well as same as OBS Studio, and it's free. It's 1080p, and I've been slowly working with it. And the only person that I know in the community that's been working with it is a guy who does some FPV streaming, or sorry, not FPV, DJI streaming. But he also uses this program, and I can look it up right now real quick while I'm talking about it.
EV Mux, or is it?
Yes, tell us what it is.
No, it's EV Max or something.
Yeah, EV Mux.
MUX. Yeah.
Yep, EV Mux.
I haven't learned how to use it very much yet, but it seems like it might be the new way to go from a couple people that I've seen. And it's the exact same thing.
I checked that out. It seems like it's a cross between OBS and StreamYard.
It's a lot harder to use in my mind, but if I get used to it, I've set up an account, I've done all the old shit and started using it. But it's very confusing at some point. So I'm like,
well, what they did was they took the best parts of like StreamYard, right? And then added to it some more features that OBS has that most people want.
Yeah, the overlays
and can't do with StreamYard.
Right.
And that's what makes it seem like it's more complicated. But it's just a matter of you're just adding a few things to it, to make it
the way they do it.
Yeah, it's just the interface. Once you learn it, it's nothing.
So you used it before then, Doc?
Yeah. I've tinkered with EV Mux, Polypop, StreamYard. What's the other one? There's another one.
What's your favorite then?
Restream is Restream.
I hear lots of bad about Restream all the time.
Well, I don't know. It's
Restream intentionally lags to make you buy it. By the way,
exactly.
They even say it in the documentation that there's going to be a huge lag until you buy the pay for it version, which it probably makes it easier on their servers.
See, like for me, most of what I do when I get on stream, it's me and one other person. When I do stuff, so I can do all that through OBS because I can make a spot, bring the other person in through any other piece of software I want, and it's only me and that other person.
Yeah.
So that's
about
easy.
changing the frames and shit.
Exactly.
Right. You make one overlay with 2 squares, and right.
I usually do that when I was running through
doing
OBS
a panel.
Studio
I
and not
think.
through OBS
I
Studio.
think right now StreamYard is the way to go for doing a panel.
Yes and no.
Well, no, doing the panel on the fly, like what we're doing here, what I do here.
Right.
This is awesome. Now, if you were going to do something where you had a planned panel where you knew Doc and Don and Charles, and you didn't want to kill, and you didn't want to kill yourself because Doc and Don and Charles were coming in, you'd have overlays ready to go. You set up your scenes, you change your scene in the one window, you bring them in, you fit them in right, and then they overlay, and then there he is.
And
Whereas
that's where
StreamYard has it all worked out. All you got to do is click a button, and it does it automatically.
Where EV Mux is
like in
better.
gaming, that's like setting up a key with what's it called? God, anybody a gamer here? Where you actually
hotkeys.
Like a hotkey. There's another word for that.
Oh,
where it does
you mean a
one.
Stream Deck?
No. Macro. It's like a macro. It's like they got the macros all set up where it brings in this overlay, brings that person in, and it's smooth. And it's
So
like
what you're saying, you're going to have, so you have a 2-person stream, and you just set that input on OBS. So you set that up.
That's why I use one of those, Bill. It works just that way. I don't got to fuss with the macros.
I used to have a keyboard that had the key keys on the side.
Well, you still have to set up the macros on OBS. Stuff set up, and then assign it to those keys.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I can do hotkeys, I can do macros, I can do specific files, I can do specific websites.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
the
tell
better
it what
keyboard you have, the better you can control all that kind of shit. You can just really use.
And those look neat, but
keys and whatever you got extra, for sure.
You can just set up the numpad over for a simple.
Oh, and I've done that.
Using.
Yep. Yeah. The numpad works really good most of the time.
Yeah, but there's so many advantages. If you could set up OBS the way you want it and make it easy to use.
Don,
no monthly payment. No monthly payment.
That's a nice keyboard.
I could stream in 4K if I want to with OBS. No monthly payment. You can do whatever you want.
That's those low profile keys, aren't they?
Yeah, I actually like this style keyboard better.
My son loves the really clicky keyboards.
Oh,
and
God,
I love those thin keyboards.
Let's see here.
I love those.
You see how thin that thing is?
Yeah, my son wanted a keyboard. He got a keyboard specifically because he wanted the clicky click.
Yeah, no, it's a waste of time. I actually, where is my other one? I got another one over here, but it's
keyboards.
I'd show you guys my keyboard, but I'm on an iPad.
This one here is it's kind of the same, but it's from another company, and I like the spacing on this one better than I like this one. For whatever reason, this kind of pinkish colored one, it's just the spacing between the keys and the size of the keys is ever so slightly different than this silver one, and it makes a difference when I'm trying to type something. So it's just weird. I just don't know what it is because they look similar. So, but yeah.
Well, spacing's important and what you're used to,
Yeah, it's just this one here is for my Mac, so it's got Mac keys, and I needed the Windows keys to make OBS work right.
Right. You can get a separate pad just for numpad.
Are you literally saying there's a Mac and Windows keyboard difference?
Oh yeah, there is. There's differences on them. Yeah.
What are those keycaps called? I replaced my keycaps. What are these called? Come on, experts. No.
The
RGB caps.
Pudding. They're called pudding caps because they're dark on the top and they're white on the sides. They're actually called pudding caps. Yep.
Doesn't sound like you have any
Yeah.
Marcel, on the Windows keyboards, where you notice the difference is the bottom left.
Bill Cosby like pudding.
No, it's
putting it where he didn't belong.
That's Jello.
He was putting things where they didn't belong.
Oh, shit. Pudding cups. What's up?
Hey, Alexis, are you being entertaining enough tonight?
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Yeah. I mean, you got to the point. You got the popcorn out, man. That's.
I know, right?
No, I popped up. I opened up one of those.
Ah, okay.
Drop waffles. What the heck is that?
I've already had mine. Mine are.
Please describe.
Mine are
I'm so
those.
confused.
I had.
You don't
some
know
of
what
the
this is, Marcel?
No.
Well, what you're supposed to do is when you make a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of coffee, you take these out. They're really thin.
Oh, they're like a little waffle cake,
Like a waffle cake with
pie
caramel
thing.
on the inside.
Like wafer. Like
So you
wafer?
set it on top. Ideally, you would set this.
Cosby put those things where he wanted. My hero.
You would set this on top of your coffee cup.
Oh, okay.
And so as the steam comes up, I'm really. It's like a waffle with caramel.
A little dip, little cookie.
It's better when it's warm, like from the steam.
I've always thought so.
I've never done it before with one of those wafer cookie type things. Those are neat.
They're delicious.
Oh, look at that. That's a tile.
It's better when it's warm. That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I've never done. Have a wafer cookie on top of a coffee or a steamed object. That's pretty tasty. It's a Belgian.
These are Otemo Brown switches in my keyboard. And Otemo is cheaper than Cherry because it's a secondary brand, but they're fine. I've had this for a while.
I try to type on a keyboard like that, and I'll be stumbling all over every one of them.
Well, I'm not a good typist anyway. I'm a quick pick and poker, And I never took.
He's a hunting pecker.
I'm a hunting pecker. I'm a hunting pecker, man. I know.
I've
always regretted not taking lessons on how to type properly, but I can zip along fairly well for somebody who doesn't type correctly,
But I just got so used to this style of a keyboard, the flatter keys, that I can type super fast on these style keyboards, and it's just like I try to go type on a regular keyboard, and it's just murder.
I'd love to be like my brother. My brother, who's this gigantic, hulking powerlifter kind of guy, can type 88 words a minute and 98% proficiency, and that's just awesome to be able to do that. It saves you so much time.
Yeah, Doc, I'm a Mac guy at work, so I'm used to that flat keyboard too. Just
you
don't have to work at getting the key press. You just
it just works, and that's the best part. That's why I like these flatter. I'd love to just be able to get a Windows version of that, and just for the keyboard.
So you can find typing tutor programs online.
Well, the typing tutor doesn't help.
Windows.
Yeah. Uncle Bill's me playing Mario teaches the typing.
Your home row, Bill. Your home row, from on your left hand to your right, is ADSF JKL Sim. Your right thumb is the one that always hits the keyboard. The trick is learning
always keep your ring finger and your pinky finger curled in, and all you need are these 3 fingers on each hand.
I don't know. I do pretty good with this one.
Yeah. George R.R. Martin wrote Game of Thrones using 1 finger at a time. He only uses 1 finger.
No, I use all my fingers. I do, but I still have to look at the keyboard. I can't. I'm not. I have to look at the keyboard, but I do all right.
Well, what I gave you
words a minute. That's it. That's the best I can do.
What I gave you
with any reasonable accuracy. But 88, that's rocking, and it's for me. I mean, I know people are faster, but if I could be that fast, that'd be
pretty
great.
good for a guy, for sure. Because a lot of guys.
I'm ashamed of you.
I can type about 10 words per minute, and that's about how fast I think. So it works out.
I can go about twice that, but I type weird because I learned how to type right, and I still can't do it right the way they tell you to. I actually had this little software where it actually timed me, and that's what I came up with. It was like 21, 22 words a minute. Yeah,
and I don't type correctly.
For me, it's if you've ever watched somebody play a piano where they're crossing back and forth doing. That's how I type, because I'm constantly doing something, and I'll reach over and hit a key because it's more convenient.
With the wrong hand?
Yeah, no joke.
So
okay, you're a freak.
Totally abandoned the home row key up strategy.
Yeah, I just like it. I'm just back and forth, and it's like works for me. That's all I care about.
You know what
My hands kind of stay on their own side of the keyboard, but I still only use those 3 fingers on each hand.
Yeah. No, I can use
unless I have to do a combination, and then I might go ahead and do a reach.
So how do you type an A or an L?
Right.
Well, I typed
an
A
A
with the pinky.
An A would be my middle finger.
With his pinkies.
But the L, it depends on what word I'm typing.
Yeah, because you move around. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, no, the idea is that your ADSF JKL SIM is your
we
home row.
understand the concept.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we
understand the concept of typing. We don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, my big fat hands. I just look and see what I do, and I'm using my ring finger for. I'm using my ring finger for A. I probably should be using my pinky, right?
Right.
Yeah. For my right hand, L might get typed by my middle finger one day or 1 second, and my index finger the next second.
Yeah.
Do you have to ask Lambo?
If I'm hitting enter directly after the L, I'll hit it with my index finger so I can have my middle finger to hit enter.
Y'all know that I still have an IBM Selectric.
Yeah, Don Lambo wants to know if you do the reach around too.
All day, every day.
Sometimes I do the Australian tuck under.
Oh, there you go.
Australian tuck under.
Oh my God, Ivana!
CGI sucks.
What's the motion when you put the puppet in your hand? That's got to be something too, right?
You had to bring up the puppet. Why did you do that, Marcel?
Come on, it's got to be your thing. It's your thing.
I want to throw out a disclaimer.
I just want to know, you got to have an insertion name.
That software gave me that rating when I was probably 25 years old. So I'm probably more like 15 words a minute. But just
I know Don has a dirty mind, just like we all do. So you got to have.
I'm gonna go take a picture of something. I'll be right back. Something I still type on.
Don, is she going to take a picture of your puppet?
Do what?
Guys,
is she going to take a picture of my puppet? I don't know how she would do that. He's downstairs in a box.
Are you sure? That'd be a good question.
I'd like to keep my puppet in a box.
If you go with the theme of my channel, no, I have no idea what he's doing.
Exactly.
You know she's going to come back with an electric typewriter, right?
If she came back with a fisheye puppet, perfect down to the T, wouldn't that be so brilliant?
That would be brilliant.
I would lose my mind.
Do you sell fisheye like merch and stuff and shit like that, Don? Have you done that before?
Not yet, but
should.
Depending.
Build your own.
Fisheye has his own channel now.
Yeah.
Fisheye has his own channel, and he's writing an autobiography.
It's like Build a Bear.
Oh my
Build
goodness.
Now, if you've watched any of his videos where he does poetry, the writing on this biography is about as good as his poetry. So
awesome. I'm sure there's lots of people who love it.
It's not good. If you've ever heard of purple prose, he's full of it.
What does Fisheye say when you wear a hole in him? Darn it!
I mean, he already has a hole in him.
Oh God!
That's how I get the hand in.
Darn it! Oh, forget.
Oh,
you guys, darning stocks. Hey, you're too young.
No, I got it. I just.
I know. I'm making excuses for my jokes. I understand.
Yeah.
I can't.
Sometimes when you know the answer to the joke, Charles, it's not the answer.
Darn it!
I apologize.
Sometimes when people talk,
did you guys ever type on a mechanical typewriter? Did you ever have one of those?
I have.
Yep. Yeah.
Big old 1912.
I never owned one, but I have typed on one.
Well, not
I had one. Yeah, I had one in the 80s when I was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of those at my house. It actually, it was not the. I mean, we also had that big, giant, black, heavy one that looked like you could sink a ship with. But we also, but later on, we got one that actually had its own case cover that you took off, but it was mechanical. You didn't plug it in; it was mechanical.
Oh,
Yeah, that one of those
desktop
too.
ones. Yeah,
I
You had
collect
a
typewriters.
strength in your fingers.
There was
There you
ones
go.
that came
From
with a
my high
desk, and
school
the other
days.
ones that were desktop based.
That's from my high school days.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those are the newer, old school ones.
IBM's Electric.
Oh my
Those are
god,
cool. Those are cool.
That cool.
Yeah, that's just electric. Yep.
I would love
Yep.
to go back to those days just for the hell of it. Just for
I
like
love typing
small
on this
documents
thing.
and stuff. I would love to just be able to like.
I'd like to go back to those days too, just so I'd be 50 years younger.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
agree
just
with
would love
that.
to be able to short like type documents instead of write stuff. I just feel like go up to like a keyboard and just like type out a short little note or something for somebody. That'd be really neat. That'd be a really cool option. I don't know.
My grandfather was born in 1901. He gave me his typewriter before he passed away. And he typed every president in his adulthood and received a response back from each one, but he typed it on that typewriter.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
It's really neat. I think it's something
back in the day, there was a thing that they could use for detectives, for figuring out who people were that sent letters, because it would their typewriter dropped the L. See, but that's all.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Tim Jackson had one in a case as well too. Yep. I remember the typewriter in a case that carried it to your desk.
Yep.
Plug it in.
Yeah, I've got my mom's.
Typewriters.
We're so
Luxury.
old.
I should 3D print one. Fuck off, Lambo. I don't got time for that. That sounds like a 600 friggin' piece print. and stuff.
Hey, Bill, I just posted a link in there that you might want to play.
Okay.
I think everybody will
I'm
get
easy.
a kick out of it.
Is it going to get him a copyright strike?
No,
Or
no,
claim?
not even.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Try harder next time. I definitely hear Dom's background. I want to see if there's any people hanging out over there in the background.
Oh, they keep walking by at the back of his head.
Trying to look around the back.
All right,
Well,
here you go.
I came downstairs because I guess the
Yeah.
clock was annoying people.
No,
This
the
one
clock
here?
was interesting.
Yep, that's the one. Play it.
Oh yeah, Fisheye made a bow charade. Yeah.
Just when you thought it couldn't get weirder, it's me, Fisheye.
Nice.
Why does this house smell like sad clowns and Boy Scouts? So, am I supposed to tell a joke or something? Why do possums cross the road? I have no idea. I never seen one make it. What's brown and tastes like cow snot? Cow boogers. So that's the Jimbo Shark Wall of Shame. Why the hell would somebody want to be on that thing?
I want to be
I
honest.
think somebody's home. Gotta go.
That's good.
That's really good. Now
Yeah.
you guys could hear that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we heard it all. Yeah, it was
That was
perfect.
awesome, Bill.
Now,
Oh.
see, Marcel, what I did was it only works if I do it in a tab.
Yeah,
That's why it was kind of clunky where I had to go and I got to because I was jumping back and forth between the tabs.
But
And
the
the
I'll let
audio
you guys
works.
in on.
share
There was a
something with the
technical
game.
difficulty with doing a green screen or doing a key with Fisheye, because
Yep.
Jim sent me the picture of his wall, and I had to shoot that. So I can't do a green screen because Fisheye's got a green eye. I can't do a blue screen because Fisheye wears a blue shirt.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, can I do a?
You worked it out pretty good. though.
Can I cut out the black? No, Fisheye's got
No.
black pupils. Can I cut out the white? No, Fisheye's white.
I know, color's amazing.
So that
How
was
about
a
just
pain in the butt.
a different shade of green? or a different shade of blue? Or...
I had to do a green key, and then go back in and hand draw the matte back in on his eye.
Oh gosh!
Wow,
that's a lot of work.
That's
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Good work, though. It's amazing work.
It came out really good. It looked like he was there.
So it looks perfect.
And it was funny.
Yeah.
It was. Except you forgot the dead prostitutes.
Yeah, good job. Really,
There's only,
it's really good.
Everybody forgets
It
the dead
looks like
prostitutes.
perfect.
They're
It
dead.
looks like perfectly like right there. Like you.
They're dead. They'll never know. You know, yeah, but you know what? Jim looks like he's there every week. So what's the big deal?
That's right.
Yeah.
Jim's never been there.
I think Don actually went to Canada, and he just doesn't want to let us all know.
That's right.
No, it was a good job.
Wait, Jim
Great
Mason.
Turned out good. Good job, Don. Dedication to your art. Somebody should be playing an applause right now.
I mean, you could have given him a yellow shirt temporarily.
No, it's
I could have. I never intended on putting him on a green screen or blue screen.
Yeah, right.
Maybe one of these days, if I ever decide to rebuild Fisheye, he'll get a different colored shirt.
Rebuild like the $1 million fisheye.
Well, he'd been rebuilt once.
You could change the color of his eyes; would be easier, I would think, right? Give him brown eyes.
Yeah, no, you can't change color of his eyes. That's part of his signature.
Oh.
He can change his shirt. He can't change color of his eyes.
And what really suck if you had one green eye, one blue eye. Then what would you do?
You guys have seen the original Fisheye, right?
No, I haven't.
Doc hasn't seen? I've seen a little bit. Not
I
a
have a
lot.
feeling we're going to.
Not a lot. But once he comes back from his,
Didn't I say I was going to shut this down at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Oh yeah.
and somebody said you'll be up for another hour.
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
Yeah, the original Fisheye, he's got built out of a sock and cardboard and googly eyes, and he was just a vulgar puppet who smoked.
Oh wow!
And that's the original Fisheye right there.
Love it.
Love it.
Original. How come you went pixelated? What happened?
Love
And
it.
so he ended up getting rebuilt with better eyeballs, and after he started getting followers on TikTok.
Well, you had the technology.
Old generation's pixelated.
And then since a bunch of children were watching a lot of Fisheye on TikTok, so he also lost a cigarette.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would make
you weren't
sense.
politically correct.
Picked up a bong.
That's good. You could have just given him a joint, and that would have been okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I segued into it because he still had the cigarette, but I put it in with a magnet into the new Fisheye puppet.
Right.
So he got the new eyes, and it just had a magnet inside, and the cigarette was put in with a magnet, and he had that for a while until I finally got him to. I told the kids if I got a certain number of followers, he'd spit out the cigarette, and then he spit out the cigarette.
Oh,
wow, that works.
Subscribers amazingly didn't go down.
No.
They want to keep.
No, they were concerned about him getting stock cancer.
No.
You know?
The kids on TikTok were every single video was them talking about you need to stop smoking, and so.
Oh, well, you remember Joe Campbell or Camel?
Joe Camel, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got a like a koozie of Joe Camel, and he still has a cigarette. That was from way back in the day.
My son, somewhere in his stuff, has one of those Joe Cool puppets that has the cigarette and everything.
Joe Cool was Snoopy, though.
No, this was the Camel. He was.
No, that was Joe Camel.
Joe
Alexis
Camel,
is
not
right.
Joe
That was
Cool.
Joe Camel. Joe Cool was Snoopy's alter ego when he went to school.
Okay, but wait a minute. They had to call him Joe Cool to sell the puppet, so they didn't have an issue with the copyright stuff.
Huh.
That's why it was called Joe Cool.
Let me see if I can find something.
Okay.
Because we bought it.
Peanuts
we found
probably
it.
didn't have a copyright on Joe Cool then. They just used Joe Cool for Snoopy.
Probably, yeah.
And other people could use Joe Cool, and yeah.
Wow, good information.
Yeah, because that was the issue. That as far as I knew is that it was a copyright thing for the Joe Camel. So, but yeah, he's got that puppet, man. It's one of the big ones. It's good Lord, that thing was 2.5 feet tall, including the legs. So it was good. It was a good size puppet. My son got so good at playing with that thing when he was a teenager. I mean, he literally made it come alive because it was all attitude, right?
So basically, you're telling me I need to stop being childish.
Or upgrade your puppets.
Absolutely
Come on.
not. I keep trying to encourage my son to get the stupid thing out and find it and do it again because it was so good. So he's in his 30s already. So
that all sounded so perverted. Hey, did you guys ever have a Charlie McCarthy doll when you were kids?
Nope.
I had a Charlie McCarthy. Do you know who Charlie McCarthy is?
I do.
I know because you're an old.
Well, yeah.
Charlie, I had a Charlie McCarthy ventriloquist dummy when I was a kid, and a Knucklehead Smith.
But now those are the rarer ones. Is finding the Knucklehead ones.
But I had a Charlie with the monocle and the top hat.
Yeah.
Yep. I wanted to be ventriloquist. A lot of kids back then when Edgar Bergen.
Yep.
Was somebody you guys have actually heard of.
Yeah,
anyway,
sure.
Edgar Bergen was the premier ventriloquist, back.
Edgar Bergen was such a good ventriloquist that he had a radio show.
I know, but it was funny because his voice would come out of my radiator. It's amazing.
Edgar Bergen would be doing his voice in card.
What's happening to Don?
On radio. It's like, okay, what is his skill now?
He was just funny. He was a funny guy.
Yeah.
Edgar Bergen was the man. I mean, he made a silly act. I mean, because those are the kind of acts that you would put on, and he turned it into an art form and raised the level. What?
Yep.
What?
Called me the Sherry Lewis of the quad.
Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop, right? Yeah, we liked her too. Yeah.
Couldn't find it.
Jerry Lewis and the quadcopter set. That's good. I like that.
Speaking of somebody who spoke to her socks.
Don, I think you should go back to the room that had the chimes in it. You get better reception. You're breaking up pretty bad in your video, in your audio. As he lags out.
Yep.
You're talking to a statue.
Yep.
It's a nice shot of him, though. It is. It's an attractive shot.
Look at the clock. You can see the clock move.
Go back down to the chime room. The chime room is better for you, brother. Just go back that way. We like you there. It's
yeah.
There you go. We see you, but it's super pixelated. We're like losing you. It's okay. Time is revolving very fast.
Yeah, it's fine now.
For a bit. In a second.
Anyway, Charlie McCarthy elevated what was a third-rate kind of thing to do, as far as ventriloquism into movies, into. But anyway, I had a Charlie McCarthy. I bet that thing's worth a shit ton of money now.
Yeah.
Right there. Stay right there. Stay in the hallway. Just kidding.
Stay in the hallway.
Right here?
Just stop right there. That's hilarious.
I'll sit here on the stairs.
Just stay where you're comfortable, my man. That's a cool shot.
That's too funny.
The stairs that go up.
If this shot gets any more popular, you're going to have to quit your day job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, goodness.
We have
I'm not a puppeteer, but I would do that for a living. It's
you can right now.
Seems like a fun way to make a dollar.
Those stuff people are doing nowadays. Twitch, YouTube, you can literally do anything as long as you stick to it and have a routine. There's a guy, Flyfish, on YouTube. He has a crazy, awesome YouTube channel, and now he's just traveling around and doing live streams and videos and stuff. He's got over 1 million subscribers already. Flyfish FPV is like awesome dude, Ripper. He's got a whole family of people that fly drones. His wife, him, and his kid, and everything. It's a whole team of people. It's awesome. And they're just like, all of a sudden this year, they're just like, All right, we're out of here. We're moving. You know where to? Don't know. We're just traveling. You know, that's the best part. They're going to travel and meet everybody, and see everybody face to face. It's really cool. Really good community we have going on in the drone community. It's really cool.
Yep, that it is.
Well, guys, it is now 1:35 a.m. 10, 11, 12, 1. I've been on for an hour and 35 minutes.
That's it? No, you've been on 3 hours and 34 minutes.
Longer than he expected.
3 hours and 35 minutes. It's what I meant. Anyway, shut up. I thought I would say good night. You guys want to keep it going? I don't care. You can keep talking.
No, we're done.
Yeah, I'm really done.
Shut her down. It's only 10:35 p.m. here.
I didn't think I'd have enough energy just to make it through the first hour, but you know what? That's the thing, because you guys are fun and you're funny and you bring it, and it just keeps going and going. And honestly, we could probably go all night and it would still be funny.
We need to do that one of these days. Do a 24-hour stream. That was so much fun.
Yep.
But you have to plan it that way. You've got enough people to come in every few hours.
Yes.
That's super hard because there's so many time zones with all these people. It's awesome.
That's exactly it, Marcel. There's enough time zones we could shift enough people through. Yeah.
Australia, Geeks Fauna, and all the people around that, UK, like Laura Lama, and all those people. We've got.
I've been saying this for probably over a year. I've been saying that I want to be part of a 24-hour stream. That'd be so much fun.
Lambo.
Because it'd be like the old Jerry Lewis telethons.
Yeah.
There's a couple people I know who've done 24-hour streams. There's Ciati FPV, if anybody knows who that is, and he flies a lot of micros.
Yep, Aaron's really cool.
Definitely knows, but a lot of people in the other parts of the world don't really know in the drone community, but he's awesome. I've known him for over 10 years.
2 years ago. When I went down to South Florida Drone Meetup, when I was done there, I made a trip heading back home, and I went through Georgia and Tennessee and everywhere, and I saw Aaron. I saw Ken Heron up there in Tennessee. Went and seen
that was gonna be a good trip.
Mel 400 AGL. Got to see Lloyd. Everybody, just like
that's awesome.
Are you guys reading what I put up there?
That's my next year trip. I want to be out there for that in the East Coast.
What you put up where? Oh,
off grid everything next November 24-hour stream person right there on the screen. The Charity World proceeds for the Children's Miracle Network. That sounds awesome.
I did hear about that. Yeah, actually, I don't know who's doing that though.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about who's doing that off grid. If you can mention who it is or link on that'd be dope. I did hear about that. I think somebody posted in my Discord too.
If not, participate, donate. But anyway, guys, I'm going to shut this down because
you bet.
I'm done. But seriously, thanks for coming in and making this channel what it is, because it's nothing without y'all.
Well,
and everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging with us. And y'all have a great, safe, wonderful week.
Yeah.
And take care.
Good night, folks.